And I can hear myself. Hey, Junkyard Necromancer. I think that comment was already here, though. But if you're here, how are you doing? What's up? Crack open my cold one. What is up? 3 people watching. Got fancy tonight. I got a chair to sit in. Jeez, I got a ceiling. Hey, Buck. Hey, Pickle, what the buck you doing? Not too much. Sat down on a Friday night. Not even really night. I've still got some daylight. I love it. Relaxing. Got my cold snack. I prefer Coke, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Got a buck. Are you, Buck? Hey, does nothing special. How's it going? I'm not doing too much. Just sat down, having a cold snack. Having a good time. Gonna have a stream. Friday night. I'm amazed because in the last week we went up in subscribers quite a bit. At 83 here now. So thank you to all you guys. We're almost at 100. Almost triple digits here. That's a big achievement for me. Slimo, how you doing? Simon's here. You're working, does nothing special? Hey, 6%, how's it going? You're working, eh? Hey, Slimo, how are things down in Australia? How the buck is everybody? And kicked off YouTube. How is everybody doing on this fine Friday evening? Or Friday night, actually. It's not evening. Oh my god, I dropped my capo. Where'd it go? Alright, that just went into the black hole. I guess I'll never see that again. Unloading flour, eh? Cool. You got forearms like Popeye. Wow, knocking on 100's door? Sure am. Can't wait. It's a big milestone for someone like me. It's probably small compared to most of you guys. I know 6% almost has 700. I'm not sure what everybody else has off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's a lot more than I do. But hey, I ain't complaining. I've only uploaded how many videos? 4, I think. So that's not including shorts. I haven't even done one of those in a while. But don't worry. Once I move out of this place and get to where I'm going, it's going to be lots of stuff. Can't wait to buy my first truck. That's going to be what's going to be exciting. That's going to carry this channel. I got a feeling. It's going to be awesome. So I'm going to have videos of me buying it, me fixing it, me making it roadworthy, because I have to drive this thing to the States. This thing has got to be in tip-top shape, so I'm going to have to fix it. It ain't going to be perfect when I get it, I promise you. 700 today, and I hit 4,000 watch hours as well. Well, congratulations, 6%. You're now monetized, right? 4,000 watch hours and... Oh, no, it's 1,000 subscribers, isn't it? You want to be monetized. But hey, congratulations either way. That's a big achievement. You're on the road to monetization. Honestly, I'm here because it's fun. I'm not in it for the money, although obviously making money, that's nice. Anytime anybody can make money, why would you complain? But I'm in it to share my knowledge and make myself look stupid, I guess. What is everybody else at? Oh, you're up to 35, does nothing special? Cool. Do you post? I don't know. I gotta look. I've been missing out a lot in the community lately because I've been so busy. As you can see, last time I did a stream, I don't think I had a ceiling, so yeah. And this room is soon going to be done plastered too. It just needs to be painted now. Just small things. Next time you see me, it'll probably have paint on it. So yeah, the headquarters of Pickin' with Pickle, as of right now, anyway. That's soon to be changing. It'd probably be in the garage in the next place if I had the gas down with the truck. Because why wouldn't it be? Or in the truck, better yet. Excuse me. So how is everybody? I'm working so much I can't get anything done. I have to work tomorrow too. Yeah, same here. Just been working like crazy trying to get this place done. Once it's done though. That's it. Just gotta move then, and then life's about to change drastically for me. I'm moving out of the sticks into the city, so we'll see how that goes. This should be fun. I'm gonna record the trip too, probably a little bit at least. Why not? I've never been across Canada before. I'm going like right across, so right over to Alberta. So it's a long way from Newfoundland, which is where I am now. That's a big trip. I think it's like takes like 3 days to drive there or something like that. It's just probably longer than that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, how's it going, Diamond Steel? How far is it? Geez. Probably like 3,000 kilometers, 4,000 kilometers. It's a long way. Long trip. I don't know how many miles that is, so sorry for the American viewers, but I don't know the conversion for that. I'm building a fireplace from an LPG cylinder. It was in the brush for 11 years and still full of gas. Things could have been different here this morning. Yeah, you just started cutting. Yikes. You mean 4,500 miles, 6%? Because I'm sure 45 miles doesn't convert to 3,000 kilometers. Yeah, that could have been a lot different, Salamo. Cool idea, though. Same thing with that flathead V8. I want to turn that into a coffee table. I'm going to make a trip back here because I'm going to have some things in storage that I want to grab with the truck. Another big trip with the truck. But hey, what's the point of owning one if you're not going to drive it, right? So, 45-mile metric is lame. Yeah, I have no idea how many miles this is. You could be fooling me right now. I'm sure 45 is. It's probably 3,000, even though I know I'm like, 85.24467% sure that it's not. But hey. Does nothing 36. There you go. Look at that. You gained a subscriber. That's another thing. We're all here on the live stream. I think I'm subscribed to everybody here. Go ahead and subscribe to everybody. Oh, and I missed a comment. You're great, Diamond Still. That's good. I'm good as well. But yeah, subscribe to one another. Take the time. Helps people grow. We're an awesome community here, I tell you that. I know John Wilburn's live tonight too. I appreciate everybody coming over here. It's hard not to overlap anybody. I tried it Thursday, but I overlapped people anyway. So, excuse me, I just stuck with Fridays. A lot easier for me too. Hey, Dan, how's it going? New Guy's Garage. Not too much. Sitting back. Got a cold beverage, cold snack. Just talking about the move and where the new live streams are going to be. And subscribers. I'm at 83 there now. I know you missed that, Dan. Just going to quick recap on that. What is up? 5 people watching. I had 3 people waiting for this, I noticed, so sweet. LNA should hit his 500 subs tonight. Pickle. Yeah, I seen that. While I was waiting for my stream, like the time to hit 10 or whenever I start, I was on John Wilburn's just watching. So yeah, I heard that the LNA is soon going to hit 500. Hopefully he does. Hope he does. He's a good guy. He deserves it. It's a big milestone. And he'll be able to go to No Names Nationals. Not sure if he has anything to run down the track, but hey. Hey, it'll be a fun time anyway. How are you doing, Pickle? Sorry, messaging my friend while watching the stream. I'm doing good. I am dandy. Yeah, dandy. Oh, geez. Oh, my God. You guys almost went over. Tripod almost went down. Yeah, I'm doing good. We're just talking about the truck and everything. I don't know if you were here for that or not. So what's up your guys' way? How are you all doing? What is up? How is work? Got any plans? I didn't really have a topic for tonight because I go off topic every one of them, and I didn't have time to think of one. So, not like last week where I put a thumbnail. You normally see it in the thumbnail if I have a topic, but this time I just put a unibody or flare side, whatever you call it, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the kind of truck. I know I talked plenty about the truck I'm going to get because I've been bouncing back and forth on what to get, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be what I get. There's a lot of them in Alberta. I love the body style, and I think they're cool trucks. I know Junkyard Necromancer, I'm really curious on how he's doing with his 67 F250 he bought. I think it's a 67, 68, 67, 69, one of those years. I think it's 67. I love that body style too, but I think Unibody's my favorite. Don't drop us. Nope, you're not dropping you now. I got you back up. You're more sturdy than ever. Though I do need to get a better tripod. This one's hardly big enough. But it works for now. And if any of you are filming videos, you have to have a tripod. You know, if you use your cell phone, a camera, anything, don't lay it down on something. It makes such a better video having a tripod. Like, seriously. That's the biggest piece of advice I could give you. Just splice and spend the $30, $40, whatever it is on Amazon. It's probably not that much for a little tripod, a cheap little thing. Because let me tell you, it is a lifesaver. Especially if you have a cell phone. I heard a little gist. I'm bouncing back and forth from Discord. No worries. The gas cylinder is still hissing. I'll purge it with water before I cut the door. Yeah. Just fill it with water. Or yeah, I've done that before with the oil barrel, I think. Had to cut it. I think I made a fire pit out of it a long time ago, a couple years ago. Filled it with water because it had fuel or oil or something in it. Flammable stuff, either way. I've been to 9 different stores today looking for one thing: a rotary flap sander bit. What? Wait, the one that goes on an orbital sander? Like the little, the ones that just go around in circle? The little circle pads? I was going to say you can go to Canadian Tire and get one, but that store does not exist there. So I guess the next thing would be Lowe's or I don't know. I don't know what you have there in place of Canadian Tire. That's where we get cheap tools. But Harbor Freight, that's what you guys have. We have Canadian Tire. Yeah, Home Depot is where I get all my tools. If I have to order a power tool or anything, or sanding pads, I just get it home from Home Depot. Comes right to the door, and it's the same price as everything else. And they have good deals sometimes. That's how I got my over here. Got my Milwaukee tools. I invested into the Milwaukee tool brand because I've seen all the automotive tools they have, and it seems like they hold up really well. So really want to get some of those cordless ratchets, or one at least, when I start to go work on that truck or anything. I think it's a good investment. A barrel sander or grinder disc stand? Yeah, which one are you talking about? Like a little electrical orbital sander, or a Dremel one, or a drill one for honing out stuff? Wow, that's crazy. Because like you can go and get like a pack of sanding pad little things for a Dremel here real cheap. And they're everywhere. Your Milwaukee half-inch impact gave up. Oh, really? How long did you have it for? Excuse me. Man, I've seen those things get run over and everything. I was impressed. I've seen somebody dip one in a fish tank, and that kind of just sold me on the idea, I guess. Plus, they have a lot of A lot of great tools, seems like. 6 years. That's not bad, I guess. I mean, I've definitely got longer out of a tool, though. Maybe I'll get one of those vintage ones, you know, the big, massive things with the cord. That would make good content. I do enjoy those vintage power tools. I have one here now. I drywalled this whole house with it. If you follow me on Instagram, I think I have a little video and photos of it. I bought it for $5 at the yard, so I can't get it for you right now. It's packed away in a box because moving. But yeah, thing is still going. I recently took it apart. I made a video of it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to post it or not. We'll see. Been there 6%, like I said, every store you can think of. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm shocked, Dan, that you can't find it, but hey. Order it online, I guess, is the next best thing you can do. That's where I would have started personally, because you guys can probably get stuff delivered to the door the same day. Also, I wanted to say something right quick. If you guys, I have 3 stickers here. 2 of which are from 6%, and this one's just from Milwaukee. If you want to send me a sticker, go ahead, and you can get in contact with me, or you can just ask me for my email here now. I guess what differences make. And yeah, send one my way, and I will put these in the back window of my truck, so free advertising. I'd be more than happy to. Everybody's putting them on the toolboxes. Nah, guys, I'm going to put them on my pickup truck, which doesn't exist. Don't worry, it's going to happen, I promise. Unless I die between here and now and then, it's going to happen. I already got the money for it. Then I tried finding a wheel cylinder hone. Nope, nobody even has heard of those. Wow. Yeah, Dan, I just ordered online, buddy. Sounds like a big headache if you ask me, going around and asking people that know nothing. It's like going to the parts store. All they do is search it up on the computer. Nope, don't exist. Can't get stuff online over the weekend, which is when you have to do it naturally. So that sets me back a week. So frustrating. Well, it's too bad you weren't here, man. I'd send you one. Or I'd give you one. I'd drop it by. I have a Dremel here. It's a little cheap thing, but it would work. I actually got the kit. I can just give you the kit, I guess. It has everything, grinding stones and everything. It's only a little cheap stuff, but hey, get you by. Amazon doesn't deliver to... Oh, really? On Saturdays, eh? Yeah, Dan just said it doesn't deliver on the weekend. Huh. I don't know how that works, because normally it takes that long. It takes like a week to get stuff here anyway, because it's got to come in overseas, right? We don't have same-day delivery. We will where we're going, which will be cool, but I don't have that right now. Don't have that luxury. You have to plan ahead here a lot. Surprised they don't work weekends, honestly, but I guess then people need days off, huh? Not next day unless I want to pay through the nose for it, which I don't. I don't know how it works, but hey, at least you have that option, because if you needed something really bad midweek, you could have it the same day. So, that's really cool. Well, Dan, that is quite... How come it's like every time you go looking for something, I swear you can't get it? Or you have to go to like 10 different stores to get it. I would have thought it would be easy, but... I just... It seems like same thing with the starter. I think it was the starter. Then you really don't need it that bad, I guess. Yeah. You'll figure it out, Dan. You're a crafty guy. Maybe take some sandpaper and glue it onto something, onto one of them old things. I've done that before. It works for a little bit. It'd probably get the job done. It's called poor planning, Pickle. Indeed. Hard to plan for something like that, though. I can understand that. It's like I just picked these up. I don't know how old it is. It's like a brass pair of calipers. I wish I had them a long time ago because I had a lathe, and man, these are a necessity on a lathe. You're trying to make anything perfect or close to perfect. And it's just something you don't think of when you're making something, and then you realize you need it. And it's like, oh. Excuse me. Because people apparently don't need tools anymore. Makes it impossible for people to get anything done. There's a lump of ice forming on the bottom of the gas cylinder. Wow. I've seen that before on propane tanks. I always wondered why. Pretty cool, actually. And it can be like the dead of summer, and you'll see like ice on the outside of the propane tank. Excuse me. Yes, Limo. I got a couple cool projects too I got like I said, the flathead V8. I had a poll on my channel, and if you haven't voted, go vote because it's still there. But for the last, I think it only got 4 votes. But the general consensus is to see if it'll run. But I think that's a no, considering there's grass growing out of the cylinders. But one can have hope, right? If nothing else, it'll make a kick-ass coffee table. Or, well, not like a coffee table, but like, just a table to put in front of the couch or in the garage. Put a glass top on it. Has a transmission on it too, so maybe there's some good parts in it, maybe. I don't know. Other than not having a Sears, most things are readily available tool-wise. You'll just have to improvise, pal. Yeah, that's what I said too. You'll figure it out, Dan. Like I said, you could probably glue a piece of sandpaper to the little thing. To the little bit. I have done that, but it does. Like I said, it only lasts so long. But I mean, it probably could get you by depending on what you need to do. Excuse me. 6% I shouldn't have needed to plan for this. This is not. Excuse me. Jeez, this makes me gassy. Can't even talk. This is not some out of this world specialty tool. It's a goddamn rotary flap sander. I should have been able to walk into any store and get one. Well, I think so too, but hey, what do you do? Just gotta either order it online after the weekend, or I don't know. Keep looking, I guess. Maybe a store could order one in for you. I don't know. Order some in. They can't. They do that for us here, but we're a small town, so they look out for us. People in the city might have better things to do than look after one person. I guess this is what you call small town courtesy. They have them at 2 Harbor Freights near me, Dan. Well, they even have them in Detroit. I recently learned something, speaking of Detroit, I recently learned Fords are still manufactured in Dearborn, Michigan. Is that the right place? I think. I was fascinated by that. That's really cool. Still at the same place it all started. Soon I'll need a hammer and stores won't carry them anymore. I got enough hammers here for the apocalypse. So if you need a hammer, give me a call. Truck one your way. That's something I gotta do when I drive down there. Just go inside a Harbor Freight. I've never been in one. I gotta do it at least once. I guess nobody knows how to use tools anymore. There's a lot of stuff that really boggles the mind. People don't use tools or do things themselves like one time, I should say. Same are made here. Most aren't, Pickle. The big 3 have plants in Michigan still. Oh. Oh, well, from what I read on the internet, I just seen, they don't tell you that. They just say, oh, we're still made from where we began. I just thought it was really cool because, the Ford Motor Company's been around for over 100 years. So, well, I don't know about over 100 years, but 100 years for sure. Excuse me. One day, that would be a really cool vehicle to own. Just for fun. A Model T or a Model A. Just to experience it. Be cool to put in a parade, too. There is a couple of them for sale in Alberta, so maybe one day, maybe when I get some shop space or something. My 96 F-150 was built in Windsor, Ontario. My 06 was built in Norfolk. Wow. Really? Windsor, Ontario is actually pretty close to me. Well, it's closer than Alberta. I think it's like 2 provinces over. Don't quote me on that. That is if you don't include Cape Breton or PEI, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Then I think it's Quebec and then Ontario, I think. So yeah, it's pretty close. Especially because New Brunswick and Nova Scotia are pretty small provinces. They're not on the scale like Alberta or Saskatchewan or anything like that. They shut Norfolk down after 07. Oh, really? That sucks. Still pretty cool, though, that they're made in Canada and US. Like, I mean, I know probably all of them, the big 3, we'll call them, and even Toyota and everybody. But we'll just throw everybody in there, because I already know it's too expensive to manufacture everything in America or Canada. They're Chinese parts, but they're just assembled in the USA or Canada. So, technically everything is made in China, really, even our vehicles, which is pretty sad. But yeah, that's it. It's the way of the world now, I guess. Yes, it's Quebec and then Ontario. I thought so, yeah. The best car to ever come out of Canada was the Bricklin. Pickle. Oh, what's a Bricklin? I don't know what a Bricklin is. I'm going to search it up. Is this a real thing, or are you pulling my leg again? Wow, that there is an interesting car, to say the least. Wow. The Bricklin SV1. Wow. You know what? It's actually pretty cool looking. It's like a little sports car. I don't know jack about it, obviously, but it looks pretty cool from the outside anyway. I would argue to say the best car that Canada's ever put out would probably be I don't really know. I was going to say something, but it's not a car. Hey, new guy's guitar, Tom, how are you going? You're driving, eh? Keep them peepers on the road. Most car makers have some car plants in the U.S., even the Japanese and German automakers. Lots of design and engineering done in Michigan. Wow, that's pretty cool. You're the guy, 6%. If anybody wants to know anything about manufacturing or car parts or anything, you're the guy. You're like the master here. I'm just a backyard mechanic compared to you. Ford Cleveland powered. Wow. That would have some pep then by the looks of it. It looked pretty aerodynamic and everything. And so that would be a sporty little car. I have never heard of it. Might be something I'll have to keep my eyes out for because it would be kind of cool. Not to own. I'm not into sports cars, but it would be cool. Toyota is in Texas, Nissan is in Tennessee, Mercedes is in Alabama. I would have thought yeah, cool. I knew Toyota was in Texas because my dad goes on and on and on about that. He's a Toyota fanatic. I'm more of an old Ford fan. That doesn't mean I'm biased towards Ford. They made good stuff, they made bad stuff. 5.4 Triton was terrible. The Windsor engine, like we were just talking about, awesome. you know, Chevy had some awesome stuff. Their new truck, not so much. But hey, the 350 small block for V8. That thing, they used that for years. Good engine. '70s F100s in Australia were called Maple Leaf Cab. I think they had extra rust protection, so they are what restorers are looking for. Oh, that's pretty cool, Slimo. I'm looking like, once I get the truck that I'm going for, it's going to have some rust. It's probably going to have a hole in the bed. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, especially something of this age. I mean, we're talking 60 years old if you have a unibody. I mean, the thing's old. It's seen a lot of stuff. But it's something that, over time, I'll fix up. I just want the drivetrain. I just want to make the drivetrain perfect. And then, move on, repaint it one day, weld in whatever panels, whatever needs to be done. Just, keep going through it. I'll undercoat the frame and everything and take care of it, even while it's rusty. Don't want it to rust any further. Might as well help prevent it. One thing we have going for us is we don't use salt in Alberta. So that's what's awesome. They heavily salt the roads here, so something would rot out in like 10 years, even though they could last so much longer than 10 years. There would probably be nothing left to it. You were talking about Windsors. I like mine. They're good engines. Sir, Dan doesn't do oil changes in the thing, and he doesn't even put an oil filter on. The thing still runs. So, can fix street holes with street signs. Exactly. I'll do what I need to get by, and then I'll fix it properly one day. That's how it is. I'll put a little bit here, a little bit there, and then I'll have an episode on it, or a video. I mean, not an episode, a video. I'm not a car guru or master or any, whatever you want to call it, at all. I'm going into this, I shouldn't say blindly, but I'm going into this with zero experience with these old trucks. I have never even touched one. So, never sat in one. I haven't even so much as laid eyes on one, so only on the internet. So it's going to be pretty cool. You need cavity wax pickle that helps with building a barrier to keep rust out. Okay, we'll note that. I know a lot of fellers use fluid film. Seems like really good stuff from what I've heard. And I think these old Fords, they have C-channel frames anyway, so that's the nice thing about them. They won't rot out from the inside out. You can actually address the frame and see what's going on. If when I get my own garage in my own time, well, I have my own time, but when I have my own garage, I'll probably take the cab off and sandblast the flame. I really want to invest into a sandblaster, a half decent one, so that I can sandblast the entire, well, maybe not the entire truck, but the frame anyway, repaint it. A spray gun and a sandblaster. Those two things is really what I get, and an air compressor, because you're going to need one to spray sandblast. So yeah, those three things, and then I can really coat the frame and paint it. Put like 3 layers of paint on it and maybe some sort of clear coat to protect it, help protect it. Fluid film it after I put the cab back on. That thing will be good for years. Gotta go, guys. I'm almost through unloading. Have to disconnect hoses. Be back later. All right, does nothing special. Take care. Take her easy. Or just have an oil leak and then the underside won't rust on you. Well, if I have an oil leak, Dan, that's the thing about me. I want to fix it. I can't handle that. If I had a rare mean leak, the transmission's coming out. I just gotta fix it. I couldn't do that. Leaving oil, especially when I'm renting a place or something, leaving oil in the driveway and everything, it just, And then I always have to be worried about, like, oh, do I have to check the oil? Even though you should anyway. I'm going to every time I go to use the truck, but, going on a long road trip, like down to the States, the oil gets real thin. that could be a problem then. It's more the inner fenders and cab corners where water, salt, and dirt tend to collect that rust. So I've seen, yeah, and double layered metal too, where it can get water and moisture can get trapped in between the panels. That's what happens on new trucks. In specific, not to hate on Chevys, but yeah, Chevys are really bad for it, like really bad. The paint will literally start peeling off, and you'll have a rust that you can put your finger through within like 5 years. So I've seen some pretty bad ones. It's going to leak, Pickle. No avoiding an oil leak. No, but I can keep up on it. I can fix it. I mean, I know FEs especially like to leak oil from like every place possible, so I know it is inevitable, but I'll try and keep up on them. All right, 6%. Yeah. I really like to have something with the 292 Y block, which is what the flare side unibody truck, one of the engines, the flare side unibody truck could come with. I think unibody is different from flare side, but I'm not sure. I think it's actually a rarer body style, actually. So I'm going to start with calling it a flare side. So the flare side, I'm pretty sure comes the standard V8. I think there was a bigger one you could get. Came with a 292 or 270. No, 292. Yeah, Y block. Y blocks are cool. I like Y blocks. I also know a guy that's been running one for like 10 years, and it's still going. So that says more than our last truck we had, which was a 2017 Nissan Titan. Couldn't make it 5 years. So, I'm not concerned about reliability at all. I already know these old trucks are more reliable than anything on the road today. The secret to it is they require more maintenance, more upkeep. But that upkeep turns into longevity over the long run. So to me, it's worth it. Plus, it's cool. If I ever get a piece of property or a farm and I'm doing hay or anything, I'm definitely going to buy probably like a 50s Ford with a flatbed or like a dump truck or something just to work on the farm because I think it would be awesome. What do you think of electric cars? Sure you want to think? You sure you want to know what I think of electric cars? Because we could be here all night. I wouldn't buy one. I won't hate on people who have them. I can understand in a way. But I definitely would never, ever buy one because they're junk. We're just not there yet. And besides the fact, I like gasoline, okay? I know a guy who converted a old Ford flare side truck into an electric, which kind of upset me a little bit, but anyway, I don't like them. I think it's a cool idea, but I'm just not fussy about them. We're not there yet. Technology isn't there. Probably never will be. To say the least, would I buy an electric car and do I like them? No. Because like I said, I'll be here on a rant all night if we stick to that. Electric cars, nope. Yeah, me and Dan are on the same page about that one. I think he knows how I feel. That's something that me and him could rant about, but if I stay on here, then, oh man, this stream's going to be on a lot longer than it's supposed to be. Hey, LNA hit his 500 subs. Well, congratulations, LNA, if you happen to watch this or you are watching. Holy crap! Look, guys, it's the one and only. It's Witty. Every time he shows up here at Pickin' with Pickle. Hello there, Obi-Wan. Come on. Oh, he's turned into a Jedi. How the hell are you, Witty? What's going on, buddy? You're such a rare occurrence. Let me guess, you won't be on the Monday stream with the guys, but you're showing up here. Witty, what the hell? Yep. I don't know. Hey, I ain't complaining. How's it going, Witty? How are things? How's the truck? I love your F-250. I think it's a really cool project you got. I love F-250s. The old F-250s, like pre-1975. Maybe even a couple of years after that, but anything past 77, no. I'm getting my fix before so I can probably miss my own live stream. It happens every time. I swear you're trying it at this point. This is just hilarious. I'm loving this. Every time I have a live stream, or almost every time I have a live stream, you're here. Or you show up at some point. And the guys go and have one, and then you're not there, or you have a premiere and you're not there. I just think it's hilarious. I got 7 people watching. God, hard to believe we've been on for an hour almost. 41 minutes to be exact. Can't believe that. Time flies. I got fancy tonight, Woody. I got over here. Oh, you still can't see it. Damn me. I got a chair, cold snack, and a ceiling. Okay, I'm with the kids at a candy store. Careful, Tom. That is a bad situation for your wallet right there. I've been to a candy store. They're expensive here, at least, anyway. Hell, it almost emptied mine there. Wish I could. I like candy. I'm just like a big child. Got the flu last 5 days, so I sadly couldn't do anything with the truck. I had serious plans for this week as I took vacation. And then I got sick. I've missed 2 Fridays of uploads now. Well, that explains it. Went out to eat with the family. It's a new store. Oh, cool. We have one here called Papa Joe's, I think. That's what it was called. That place was cool. They had pretty much every candy in there. Oh, Liddy, I'm sorry to hear you got sick. That's how it always is, right? Big plans. And then all of a sudden something happens. It's like, damn it! Or at least to me, anyway. Well, Tom, your wallet must be pretty lonely now. If that's the case. Relax. Hey, relax. Come on now. Relax. My dog is overprotective. Shop dog back there. That's what happens when you shave your beard, Witty. Yeah. Excuse me. The beard is like a filter for germs. The mustache just doesn't do it alone. Will be empty. Yeah, it's gonna be empty by the end of tonight. Couldn't keep the ickies away. Nope. I still, that video of you and the necromancer still makes 0 sense to me. Jeez, Joe. I still don't understand what happened, but one of these days he's gonna spill. He's gonna tell it to somebody, and I'm gonna hear it from somebody. I'm just waiting now. It's gonna happen. Something. Maybe nothing happened. He just made a big deal out of it. Drama queen. Hashtag beard filter. Picking with Pickle LNA made his 500 subs tonight. I think you already said that, 6%, but congratulations to him. Really happy to hear that. He deserves every one of them. And we all do, to be honest. I hope Tom can get there. Every live stream Tom and Dan have, I'm definitely going to share it. Oh, everybody. I try to do everybody. Like I said, guys, I've been very busy. Very busy. I got a song coming out that will explain the lack of beard. See? I told you I'll hear it from somebody. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. Well, Whitty, what are you at for subscribers? Are you at 500 or are you way past that? I have no idea. You got that song coming out too, right? It better includes Squatch stealing it, Tom. Otherwise, it's a lie. Not even close to 500, you say? You'll get there. I'll help you out. Well, I'll put in a good word for you anyway. As much as I can. I would have only had 83, but I'm not complaining again. I sound like I'm ungrateful, but I am very grateful for reaching one of those people. The mustache was for the handlebars, attracts the fluid. It's adding up fast, Pickle. That's what is the money for your wallet or your subscribers? I assume the wallet. I told you it's gonna be empty by tonight. I know. He spends his night in Montana wishing he never shaved. Isn't that like a teaser for the song? Like a trailer? See, only Dan can sing. I sure as shit can't. He's a very mysterious man. Sometimes he shows. He's actually worse than Witty. Sometimes he shows up. Sometimes he doesn't. He did leave a message. He was the first one to message on the chat here, but he hasn't been in the stream yet. He's like Witty too. Mysterious. I don't even know his real name. I probably will never will. Unless, again, I hear it from word of mouth from somebody else. What are you doing, bro? Next live stream, LOL, you will see Junkyard and Witty. Looks like I'm at 292 right now, Pickle, but it bounced up and down about 2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is with me, too. It goes up and down all the time. Fluctuates. Yeah, you'll get there. 292, you're almost at 300. Hey, man. 200 more. 500 to me has been the big one because No Names Nationals, I guess. Even though you don't need it to be a bystander, but, you know, it's still like a big achievement. Not a bad. Yeah, not up there, you. I don't think I can really sing that well, Piccolo. It's more of a Tom's thing. No. The Puddle Man and everything else got to be sung by Dan. If I sing it, sounds stupid. Puddle Man. Just doesn't sound right. Tom playing the guitar, Dan with the mic. We definitely need to promote your channel more. I appreciate that, Witty. Appreciate that. Though you guys do plenty. You've inspired me to even start this YouTube channel, so I hope it goes places. Like I said, I don't know if you were here for it, Witty, but, you know, when I get the truck, I hope my channel actually starts to take off. I'll have a lot of content then. Really excited for that. Really excited for that. Puddle Dan. Yeah, Puddle Dan. Puddle Dan, liquid. Yeah, back to Witty's coming here. I definitely try. I will try and promote you guys a lot. I normally do share the live streams. I have shared a couple now. I try not to miss them, but sometimes it's inevitable, really. I can't avoid it sometimes. I know 6% is during the middle of the week. I always catch the tail end of it, but in the beginning, but I never get the middle. You going to be on Monday Lives then, Pickle? That's official now, right? I'm not sure. I haven't heard any word about it. I guess that's really up to Junkyard, because he's the one who hosts them, so I haven't spoke to him. And he hasn't reached out to me either, so I don't know. I don't know. I would love to. It would be an honor. That sounds really silly, but I would love to join in with you guys. I think it'd be awesome. I think we get a lot of laughs. Hey, watch hours, especially on subscribers. And have a good time. So, yeah. So it'll be Witty, Junkyard, 6%, Tom and Dan, and then me. So that's 6 people if you include Tom and Dan as 2 separate people, which I do, because you guys both have a channel. Technically it's 5 though. But we will totally adopt you into Monday Night Lives. Would love that, Witty. Like I said, I think it would be a great time. You know what? I'm going to throw the link up in here, guys. I always forget. Witty just reminded me somehow. I know. I got to get the link to this stream. And if any of you want to join, feel free. Where is it? Hang on. I got to find it, guys. I might pull a Dan here and the screen might just freeze and I go away, but hang on. Hang on. Man. I know that I always forget. Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay. Gotta go there. And then I gotta go post a comment. And then I gotta do this. There we go. And Wabushki. There we go. The thing is in. There we go. And now there's a million comments. A bajillion comments. You're throwing up the all M state thing we have going on, Pickle. Oh yeah, you guys are all in the M states: Montana, Minnesota, right? Minnesota. Wait, but I thought no, you're not. You're in Detroit, though, aren't you? I thought. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. 5.5 people. Witty sometimes shows up to it. Does the town he's moving to start with an M? My town doesn't start with an M. It's Alberta. There's an A. And the one I'm in now doesn't start. Oh, wait. No. The town I'm moving to. No. So that's not the province. It's the town. The town I'm moving to doesn't even start with an A. It starts with a C. Calgary. Or I think it's Calgary. I don't think it's going to be Calgary. I think it's going to be somewhere else. No. Detroit, Michigan, Pickle. I wasn't sure what part of Detroit you lived in, okay? Latest update on gas cylinder. There's about 4 inches of ice on the base. I'm not cutting or welding today, so it's now beer o'clock. I approve. It's not beer, but I don't drink. Just soda. But hey, it's probably got the same amount of sugar. I was thinking we could justify it, at least if the town said it with them. It might. I don't know yet. I'm sorry. I don't know. No, I think it's Airdrie, actually. So it starts with an A. Damn it. I'm already the oddball. God damn it. It hasn't even started yet. Yeah, guys. Again, feel free to join on to the stream. I have the link posted. If it doesn't work, let me know, because I'll fix it or try to. Hey, LNA, how's it going? I heard you hit 500. Congratulations, buddy. That's a big milestone. I'll jerk to that. Cheers, buddy. There you go. Technically, it's what part of Michigan he lives in, Pickle, not what part of Detroit. Jeez, everything in America is more complicated, isn't it? Measurement system, the places you live. What is up with you guys? Oh, there we go. I live about half hour north of Detroit, Pickle. Don't worry, most people think Michigan is all Detroit. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I mean, that's a big achievement right there. I tell you what. Well, now you can go to No Names Nationals if you have something to send in a track, which I'm not sure you do or not, but hey. You at least show up. You can show. I was recently informed that you can show up without having 500 subscribers, so that's cool. Maybe adding you on Mondays won't work after all. No, I gotta find a new place to live now. Manitoba. There we go. That's where I'll move instead. Here we go. That's where I'll go end up instead. Manitoba. Oh, somebody's coming on. Hey, how's it going, Dan?
Hey, I figured I'd not wait till like your 5 minute mark this time.
We always do that. The poor 6%. He ends up being on for like 3 hours.
well, well, I always wait to see if anybody else will like hop on before we come bail them out. But
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, somebody's got to do it. So it seems like it's always me.
it's like, well, someone's got to come on there with you guys. Like, oh, all right, it might as well
It's like,
be
well, he's
me.
inviting us.
Yep.
How are things other than trying to find some sanding pads or discs
I'm
or
trying to
flats?
find some sanding pads, and it's ridiculous. I don't even want to talk about it. I just all the stores, not one of them has one simple tool. It's not even that. It's not even that outrageous of a thing to find.
Yeah, you would think it would be pretty common. And yes, LNA, I'm going to try and come to LNA. I promise I will try my best.
Yeah,
Or did I say that right? I will. Sorry, I promise I will try and show up to No Names Nationals.
yeah, it's yeah,
Not sure what I said the first time around.
yeah. It's what part of Michigan does 6% live in? Not what part of Detroit. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit is inside of Michigan, not the other way around.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
Detroit's a city, right?
Detroit.
Okay,
Now you're catching on, Pickle.
I'm catching on. Okay.
You're catching on.
I can see the mistake though, because you know what? I've said that my whole life. Man, I must sound like an idiot to all those people.
It's okay. It's probably not the only thing that you've said. It's...
Probably not. I promise you, it's not. You're almost home, Tom, with an empty wallet.
Tom's
He
home with
took
an
them out
empty
to
wallet.
dinner and to a candy shop. His wallet is really lonely right now.
His wallet's gone. He
Yeah.
shouldn't have even brought the wallet with him. Really,
But
that was
dinner's
his
back.
first mistake.
It's made the kids pay for it.
Yeah, right. That's what I do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have video evidence to prove it.
Well, at least you won't get hooked on all those, Shopkins and Barbie dolls or whatever the new trend is. There's a new one every day.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently playing with Barbie dolls over there.
Yes, you can show up. Just you can't race it. Yeah, I knew that 6%. I found out by I think what's his name? Otto Salvagiola. That guy. I'm pretty sure he was
What?
talking to me about it.
Where? What? What are we talking about?
Right there.
Oh, let me squint at it for a minute. Oh, yeah. You just can't race without the 500 subs.
Yeah, you can show up, you just can't race. Well, you got to pay for it either way. But I've been on the
Yeah.
website because 6% shared the link, but it's not much. I think it's what $20 or something to show up or something like that. I don't remember.
I
It's not a whole
don't
lot.
remember
To
what that
race is
one
a
was.
different story,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, the race was like, I think it was
I won't be
either
to the
60
race.
or 80 bucks.
I won't
Yeah.
be to the race, but show up and shake everybody's hand, sure.
Yeah, that's right. Come sleep
That's
under
the
the
goal.
U-Haul.
Make good YouTube content.
Yeah. Right?
LNA, no, buddy, that's okay. I don't even know if I can show up yet. We'll see if it's even possible with the move. I mean, we got 100 and I think 11 days till the event. I'll see if it's even possible. I gotta get my work situated and house. And I gotta get I gotta get some stuff on the go here. So we'll see.
It's possible. It's
It's
possible.
probably possible. Yes, I won't lie to
Probably
you.
possible. I think I got like 5,000 subscribers in less time than that.
I gotta go full Dan mode. Hang on.
I don't know what I'm doing. The light is right there. So if I put the hat on, right, now you can't see my eyes. It makes me look well, okay, here we go. Yeah. Self-conscious about the way I look, okay?
No, hang on. This is full Dan mode. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah.
I got it.
You see, you don't have the age and depression like in the crow's feet there.
You're not even that old. Well, I mean, it depends on how we look at this. Your mentality is like of an 87-year-old man, but
Well, yeah, no, I've grown up quick there, mentally. Yeah, that shit happens to you.
Dan likes to act like Bane in his off time. I don't know
Bane?
who Bane is.
You
You know
mean
who Bane?
the Bane off of Batman?
Oh yeah, is that him?
You think I'm juicing up in my off time?
Either way, I hope to see you there. Yeah, I hope to see you there
Uh,
too, and I hope I make it. I really do. I'm pretty sure I will make it work.
you can make it work, purple.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I'm
Well,
either
I'll
sleeping in
drive
the
you.
back of the pickup or I'm going to sleep underneath the U-Haul. So either way, I don't care.
There's an open U-Haul for you. I can always sleep in the Mustang. I've done it before.
Exactly. It's like, a win-win either way.
Right?
Sleep on the ground. At least I
Yeah.
made it. We need to get Tom to 500 subscribers. He's the one who's going to take the U-Haul, right?
Yeah, he's the one who's going to drag race the U-Haul if we can get him up to 500. I think we can. I think he's at 212 right now, 212 subs. So it's
He can do it.
slowly trickling up. It's just
He can
you
do
gotta
it.
just keep on pumping out the content.
Though I'm pretty sure he's going to need a loan for the U-Haul now after today, the candy store and everything.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We still have to see the logistics on the U-Haul there. We might just rent the U-Haul there in town and drive it to the strip instead of renting it all the way in Minnesota and then paying per mileage 13 hours one way. 'Cause
Mm.
that could maybe get kind of expensive.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
haven't
those
worked that out
things
yet.
aren't the greatest on gas either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there will be a U-Haul. It's just where we pick it up is regardless. Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It's all about the performance.
You're gonna wheelie that thing. I can already see it in all its glory.
Just all the torques
Oh
down the
yeah,
track.
we're gonna snap a drive shaft.
Gonna start scaring people. All right.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah.
People are gonna be biting their nails, in anticipation as the thing lazy Susans off the track and runs an exact consecutive number, over and over
Oh
again in
yeah.
the bracket division.
LNA's asking to school out, Dan.
Yeah, school's out. Yesterday was the last day. So now we
Yeah.
just got her playing with Barbies.
Hey.
I got.
Okay. You got something. Jeez.
Pickle Man is too much for her to handle.
How many?
How many what?
How many days off?
You get 3 months off, you lucky brat. I wish I had 3 months off.
Don't we all?
So I got 3 months off.
Oh. Yep.
Chillin.
That went
I am jealous. What?
Hey, memories. Not
Hey,
sure what that's supposed
memories.
to mean, but how's it going? You were on Dan's
What is it?
live.
Pan purple blue piece. That's
And
poetic. Whatever it is.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. Yeah.
Hello.
I didn't even know, Detroit was the city and Michigan was the state a couple minutes ago. So
Everybody learns stuff for the first time, Pickle.
oh,
Just some
there's
people are
another
older
red
when they
dot.
have to
Oh,
learn
here
this
we
stuff.
go. Hey, 6%.
Hey, 6%. What's up?
I wanted to show you what I did today.
Hey, what's
All
that?
right.
It's behind the scenes.
You notice how there's no firewall here anymore and I can touch the back of the block?
Weight reduction.
I had to cut it out. It was all rusted.
Oh, that's not surprising. That makes sense, considering,
Like this
The
is where
whole car was rusted.
this is where the airbox goes, and I don't know if you can see my hands, but I can stick my hands to the outside of the car at the top.
You can have it for Chillin.
That thing is crusty. It's like it was at the bottom of the ocean and you just decided you were going to save it.
See,
It's
instead of installing a heater core, why don't you just not install the firewall? Then you'll get all the heat you want, 6%.
There you
and
go.
carbon monoxide and dirt, and no, I'm just gonna get a cheap heater.
You get that stuff anyway. It's just par for the course.
Yeah, we
Well,
can't
he's pretty
all
much
drive.
rebuilding the whole car.
Yeah, pretty much. No, this. If I wasn't doing this for YouTube, I would have parted it out and got my money back from it long ago. So.
Yeah, exactly. Because, some things are just too far gone. But you know what? It's a cool project. I think it's going to be awesome.
No, when it's done, hopefully it'll be one of those, ooh, look at that channel thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's awesome, though, either way. Everybody who's watching here, go check out 6% Recycled's project, the Chambler. It's awesome. He's a good guy. To leave him, subscribe, like his videos. It's fun stuff.
What I had to do actually was get the bolts off the back of the valve cover because I didn't change the gasket, and this was the best solution I had for getting to them was just to cut the firewall out of here. So.
Makes sense.
What? Easy access. I can touch them.
Yes. See, that's convenient.
Easy maintenance.
Yeah.
Yes. Easy, whatever that thing is that you do. Yeah, maintenance.
I know. It's crazy that I try to do things.
Whoa, maintenance. Dan's like, what is that?
Well, I know what it is. I actively ignore it.
You guys are at an angle here. I have a magnetic mount, and it's a little better.
That's pretty cool, actually, man. I might need to get me one of them.
It's good for working inside the car and putting the camera in weird spots. So.
Yeah, because I've filmed videos without having a tripod or anything, and it really sucks because you got to find something to lean the camera against or get the perfect angle. But having a tripod is like having a whole new world. So that would be a time saver right there. Stick it on wherever you need it. Yeah. Oh, you're over here.
Do you know what I'm currently holding my camera with?
Your fingers?
No.
The other one of these.
Yeah, well,
I'm
Dan,
currently using my hands.
Yeah, but that's why it looks like there's always an earthquake in your videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other than you're always moving, and the fact you don't actually do work with your hands and film it makes it having only one hand for a camera is fine.
Hey, Conduit.
Hey, Tom, what's up?
What up?
Hey.
There's that wallet holding up.
What's up, Conduit?
The wallet?
Yeah, I'd say she's pretty empty there now.
I abandoned that on the road. No
You
point
might want to get
anymore.
one of these, Pickle.
Hey,
If you plan on filming underneath the car, you might want to get one of these little micro tripods. You can wrap the little legs around stuff.
well, that's pretty cool. Look at that.
Then you can film in weird spots.
You got some fancy equipment down there.
I need
Tell you
one.
what.
It was
I'm gonna have
$15
to
on
invest a little
Amazon,
bit into
Dan.
some
You know
cameras,
that Amazon's that weird place that delivers things that any day of the week you order them.
Baloney. I could order
Hey,
something on
Hammer Wrench, how
Amazon. It
you
would
doing,
not
buddy?
show up tomorrow. Guarantee you that.
I get stuff sometimes the same day. It all depends on what I'm ordering.
See, I don't get that. They don't deliver on weekends. Not unless I want to pay through the nose for stuff. Yeah, okay. This is okay. Yeah, I want to buy stuff online because I want the option to spend more money on something for the convenience of having it delivered to me. A convenience I never asked for and didn't want.
Well, here comes Dr. Technology rant again.
Okay.
Hey, goddamn EFI and home delivery. What? Stop trying to make my life convenient, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it's so convenient to pay extra money for this fucking object that I was just at a store willing to buy,
Yeah.
Do you want to pay more money for the same object?
Yes. Like, do you want to spend more money on the exact same thing? Shop
No.
online.
Hey, Breezy.
90% of
How's it
things
going?
on Amazon are sold less than in stores.
Yes, that's 100% accurate, Tom.
I was looking at oscillators today because my oscillator burnt out at work. $160 in the store. All stores, no matter what store you go to.
Damn, your wallet must be fuller than I thought it was.
$99 on Amazon.
What?
And they ship it to me for free.
Yeah. Apparently, so I guess we found the one thing where Dan's luck doesn't work: online delivery.
It's just too stubborn to go with it. That's the problem.
Okay. Unless they can get it in my hand in the same amount of time as me driving to the store, it's not convenient.
Well,
if
technically
I can get to a store and purchase the item faster than they can deliver it to me, I do not consider that convenience. I consider that delaying my goddamn process.
Yeah, they can deliver it
is a lot of money to save
for
having somebody else bring it to my house
well,
for me.
Dan, the way I
also,
look at it,
if you can't buy it locally, him delivering it is going to be faster no matter what.
Wait,
if you can't buy it locally.
You quiet down. What do you say?
If you can't buy the thing you want locally, then it doesn't matter.
But
it's always going to be faster delivered.
This is the problem. I should be able to.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Where did you actually go?
Stock stuff. They're there for people to buy shit.
Where did you actually go? You said you went to Harbor Freight. Where else did you actually go?
Harbor Freight, Fleet Farm, Home Depot, Advanced Auto Parts, Napa Auto Parts, Advanced Auto Parts,
I went to Walmart. I went to Target. I went to Fleet Farm, and they did not have anything.
Didn't have the one thing I needed. A flat sander.
I went to a flea market.
1.75-inch diameter.
So you want like a dingle ball hone, or what are you actually looking for?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
It's a goddamn flap sander. There's little strips of sandpaper. They put it all in a circle. Okay? There's a shank on it. You hook the shank to either a Dremel or a drill, and you hone out stuff with it.
So a cookie sander, a barrel sander, an adjustable, none of that was available you could use instead?
No.
You can't use a flap disc on a grinder?
You know where
it's honing inside of a board.
Yeah, what he's talking about is not.
You know where you could go to get all of that stuff?
Where?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Not today. When I wanted it today,
Plan ahead.
today is the day I
Okay,
had the
mean
time
you'll
to do
save
stuff.
gas money in the process.
Okay, well, no, piss poor planning on your part does not prevent it. Consider an
I
emergency on
shouldn't
everyone
have
else's
to.
part, Dan.
I shouldn't have to plan for that. Okay, look. If I
I
go to a
feel
gas,
like
if I go
the
to a
little
gas
lady right
station,
next to you has said the same thing. Like, I
Probably.
shouldn't have to wait for a popsicle. I should have a
Yes.
popsicle in my hand right
if I go
now.
to a goddamn gas station and I want a
I shouldn't
Hershey's
wait for Happy
bar,
Donald.
I
You should
shouldn't
be
have
here
to plan
automatically.
ahead to get the damn thing.
You don't
Okay,
have
if
to
I go to
because
a parts
Hershey
store
bars are
for a
readily
part,
accessible at
I
convenience
shouldn't
stores.
have to plan ahead.
Most other things not.
It's not
Unless
even
you're
a
looking, if you're
specialty
looking for
part.
tools and quality stuff,
I
and you
wouldn't
should
even
plan ahead.
care. It could be held together with hopes and dreams. I wouldn't have cared. At least I would have had it. You know.
Second part of
Well, I
that
mean, if
honest
you're willing to
question.
pay more for garbage, you go right ahead.
Hey,
I
yeah.
can at least fix the garbage. I can't
Sure you
fix
can.
non-existence.
That's why I had to fix the stupid light. They brought over to my house with
Hey,
zip tie.
hey, it was zip tied on there, okay? And it worked. And then
Second,
we
You
upgraded.
know what actually fixed the light?
What?
Super glue. Super glue
Well,
I ordered off Amazon.
well, see, that's why I left it there. See, I
Okay.
abandoned it, Tom.
Okay, Dan. Second question.
You
Have you
picked up that midnight dumpster, baby, and you fixed it. Good job.
All right, settle down, Dan. Settle down.
Dan?
No,
Honest.
I'm pissed.
Okay. Do you have a McMaster car? Have you ever heard of a McMaster car?
A
Mick
what?
MasterCard?
McMaster
Is that from
car.
McDonald's?
Yeah, I was
they
gonna say,
issue
is that
those?
from McDonald's?
Is
It's an
McDonald's in
industrial.
the finance game now?
No, it's an
Well,
industrial
McDonald's
supply
technically is
place.
in the finance game.
I
You
want a
ever heard of
McMaster card. I don't know where or how, but I am going to get one.
I want a
it's
McDouble MasterCard.
No, McMaster car.
6%.
McMaster car.
McDouble
Oh,
MasterCard.
car. Okay.
Car.
I was all excited about this credit card that I could get from McDonald's. Because right now, you need a credit card to afford McDonald's. Let's
Yes.
not lie.
Yeah, you do.
Have you ever heard of Fastenal? Do you have access to a company called Fastenal?
Yes.
Okay, they would probably have it. Do you have MSC?
If they were open.
Do you have a
If
Grainger?
they didn't close at a goddamn inconvenient time during the day,
Yeah, you know who's
Oh,
always
you could
open?
actually get there.
First
they're
world
open.
problems, Dan.
They're open as a business supply place. They're open when
Amazon.
businesses are open, Dan. That means you have to go out of your way to go to them. They're there for business, not for you and your random needs.
Well, guess what? I'm at work when business is open.
You got a lunch
Yes.
hour?
Hey, Dan. You know what's open all the
No,
time?
I have a lunch half an hour.
Amazon.
And
As much as I don't like Jeff Bezos, I buy stuff.
much like Amazon, McMaster is online.
What the hell is this McDouble MasterCard?
McMaster car, like is in vroom car.
I don't need a damn car. I need a damn tool.
Oh, he's like talking to an 80-year-old man.
Yep.
Well, look in a mirror, Dan.
What are you doing? All right, we're just gonna censor that. What? That's more of a. Why?
Well, sorry for the rant, everybody. Dan's not around. How much he'd rather go get something and hold it in his hand rather than just have it delivered to his door and not pay the
Yes,
gas
I'm
money.
upset.
How is everybody?
I understand that,
Hammer
but-
Wrench is in the house.
Oh.
And I do
Breezy's
understand
bike
that,
shop?
Dan, but
What?
we're only gonna have so many options, so.
Because I don't want them seeing that catastrophe out the nose.
I think the one thing I would never order online is a guitar.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you would
I
have
agree
to
with that.
pick
I
that up
agree
and
with that.
play it and get used to it. But
Why?
all the stuff that Dan wants is he'd
Yeah.
order that right up. Right.
This tissue is hard to get out. It made a pop sound.
Well, I tell you, because Dan, it's all about the feel of the guitar. Like
Oh.
a guitar can be the same thing, Gibson
That was
SG, right?
cool.
You could pick up two of the same models, same exact model, could have
I
been
wish
made
you
the
could
same
have
day,
put
and they'll
out.
play completely different.
It's so true.
Did you look on Summit or Jegs or any other places that sell stuff, Dan?
Well, because it does me no damn good today when I needed the fucking thing.
Okay, we're past the you needed today's time. That was
I'm not
that's
past it.
gone.
That
I'm not
train,
past
that train.
You
That
know
ship
what?
set
You know
sail a
what's
long
not
time
going to
ago.
be. You know who's not going to have it locally is anybody locally. So on Monday when you order it from Amazon, it's still going to take you a couple days to get it from Amazon.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a couple days to get it at this point.
He's literally
That's
going to
my
stew
problem.
over this for like the next week and
Yeah,
not have his part because he's
he's
just
going to be
sitting there
bitching about
stewing.
this on Discord for
Oh
several.
yeah.
He's gonna,
Wait till
he's
Monday.
gonna bring this up
I've
The
already
Monday.
epic
got a
card
video
stream.
made. All right, I've already got a
Of course
video
you do.
made of it.
Don't you mean
Oh
Pitio?
God.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah. Dan's made another
Yeah,
video.
I'm
Okay.
making a video.
Everything's content.
More of an angry
Everything's content.
Yeah. Even she's laughing at him.
Yeah, he's still gonna be bitching about this on our live stream on Monday.
Oh yeah.
That's lovely.
Danny
Anyway,
rap with Dan.
Hey, I'm getting back in.
well, fine.
Hey.
It boggles my mind. It really does. Someday I'm gonna need to go in and get a goddamn tube of silicone. And nope, we don't sell those anymore. You're gonna have to order online. It's like, what does this world come to?
The McMaster
damn.
card. That's what it comes
Yeah,
to.
You know,
big master
you know what?
card, yeah.
You know what? I'm starting to think BNR Racing's right. It's World War III out here.
I have a beard.
What?
50 caliber low cat.
What?
That's the most intelligent thing you said all day, Dan. I have a beard.
Look, all right. I'm sitting over here trying to be upset, and you're over here like designing facial hair on yourself. All right. I need some support out of you.
I'm doing funny stuff.
Yes, you are
It's
doing
enough of
funny
you.
stuff.
Yeah, what I'm doing.
Now, let it be known that I treat my nieces and nephews way better than Dan does.
What? I don't
Yes,
believe that.
I have not once made your daughter cry.
So you're not
You mean his
trying
daughter?
And look, she's broken.
Fuck.
No,
All right.
I've never made her cry.
This is what happens.
So you
She's
no dropping the elbows on
barely
the.
functional right now.
Dropping elbows.
6%. If I dropped an elbow, there's a good chance I'm probably not going to get up from it.
I assume that's why he always does it on.
I'm going to go down with just a bad
Not
knee
gonna be one of the problems.
and not come back up. My back will be messed up after that.
Yes,
Wait, are
she's
you
not gonna be
talking,
one of the problems.
about body trouble?
What?
So, are you talking to 6% about having troubles with being brittle?
Yes, at my old age, Dan, I'm getting brittle.
Brittle as Bob Barker.
I'm
Probably
sure
not that.
6% is pitying the hell out of you. I don't think he's ever had problems like that.
I'm gonna have to make another sticker of my spine, I guess.
Well, let's just say, okay, if I dropped an elbow right now, 6%, my back would probably look like yours. My spine would be in all sorts of weird directions.
My spine is straight. It's just not. I've lost 2 inches of height in the last since it fractured. So
that from compression, or do you lose
I
disc?
I fractured 7 vertebrae in my back.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
How the heck did you manage that?
Yeah,
The
how did you
steroids
manage that?
to not die from the transplants. My body had a super bad reaction to steroids. That's why all the physical stuff is the way it is.
LMA.
What do you say here?
My back is 40 and my brain is 2.
Yeah, it happens. No, I just had a real
Me
bad
too.
reaction to steroids. That's why I have the neuropathy, the broken everything, the damage this, damage that. That's why the cataract surgeries, it's all steroid stuff. And I got the Hulk Hogan hairline too. Not the Hulk
Hey,
Hogan physique, just the Hulk Hogan hairline.
What you
I
gonna
got.
What are you gonna do, brother?
do? 6%
I still
rolls
got
over.
some hair up here. Yes. Now, what
Give
is
me a
going
mullet.
on?
That's what I need to do with all this.
No, 6%. You got to cut it a little bit first. That's what he did.
Yeah, that wouldn't even help. I can barely use scissors, so there you know.
I'm an owl. Or maybe a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I don't think Rudolph looks like that.
Nobody intelligent.
Where'd that go?
What?
I don't think anyone wants a close look.
Why?
I just hunch.
Hey, Pickle, you're gonna have to teach her that booger scope thing that Mook does.
The what? I have yet to watch this Mook person. I have no idea who it is.
Check
Who's
them out.
Mook?
They're great.
Daughter. Duh.
I can't hear them and you screaming at the same time.
I'm not screaming.
Slamo
Yeah,
says he's 51 and never stopped being 21.
Oh,
Well, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I gotta crawl my happy ass out of the car.
okay.
All right.
You have fun.
Oh
Take
yeah.
her easy.
And then there was 3.
Almost forgot how to count. And then there was carry the 1.
I had to think about it for a minute. Okay, that is we don't need. This is not the elephant reenactment live stream here.
Technically 4.
Yeah, technically 4.
2
She's the
and
star of the
3/4.
show right now, Dan.
Wait. 5. Yeah.
Yeah. La
Conduit.
conduit.
The
Back
conduit. Yes.
You know,
Really,
back in the 80s,
this
he
is why I
played
have to
with
spend a
Conway
fortune on
Twitty.
stuff.
Witty's gone. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Where's Twitty? Where you left?
You think he's gone? Yeah.
No.
He shows up at the weirdest times. Tell you
He's
what.
just he's like Houdini. He just shows up and disappears. I don't know.
It shows up and disappears.
Probably running away from his wife with the cast iron band.
Um,
You can only pop in for a few minutes before he turns around. There she is.
Oh,
Before he's kicking the pan to
drop
death.
the phone. There you go.
El famoso conduito. I don't know how to say that. It's my best attempt.
Good as I would have done.
You
El conduit.
Hey, Slamo, I'm working on a mullet too, buddy. I'm working on a mullet too. I got a pretty good head of hair up here, so we'll see what happens. I'm young, so do it now before I get bald.
I had a
Old,
mullet.
I still got hair.
Wow, you're a lucky one.
Yeah, you got a lot more. You got more hair than I do. What the hell?
I have
You're
more hair
older
than
than I am,
anybody
too.
else in our family. Except my son. He's going to carry the hair tradition on.
Yeah,
Dan,
you
I
do
think you
that.
could grow an afro if you tried. It's got a, kind of look to it.
Yeah, you could grow an afro and then like do some comb overage.
I think you could get
Or
creative
comb over
there.
an afro.
Wait. Grow it out like real long and then get a perm.
Yeah, get a perm. Yeah.
Get a perm. You realize if my hair was long, it'd look like that?
Yeah,
Literally
That's my
my hair
point,
right
exactly.
permit.
You could have an afro.
there. See, all right. This is what I'd look like with long hair. Just like that.
Haircut stream live.
I could make it sillier for you to see.
Yeah, okay. Thank goodness for that. Ugh.
My wife
You keep a
finally cut
skateboard in
our
your truck,
daughter's
Slimo?
hair.
I'm gonna keep a 3-wheeler in my truck. That's the reason for my mullet.
It's too hot for a mullet here.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's probably
like
too hot for
what's the
them.
deal? It went from like 50 straight up to 100. Like
Yeah.
there was no in between. There was like
That's
it was
Minnesota.
like
It's
a
just
little
Minnesota.
a little bit,
Minnesota.
a little chilly one day, and then now it's like they can't go outside without almost dying.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised
know.
if it snowed tomorrow.
It's
all right.
global warming, and it's a wonderful thing.
Very high.
Well, I mean, last year was completely different. It was like a slow rise.
Mm.
This year is just
You can
It's just
barely
been
see
like
how long
forced
it
onto
is.
you like
Well,
immediately. I know. Same thing here.
You didn't see all of it.
I don't blame global warming for the little bit of temperature this summer
Yeah,
though.
No, but
Wow.
if it is, I'm
Yeah.
happy about it. Hey, man.
You did see how
It's
long
warm in
I
the
can't
winter.
pay attention to
It's
what
warm
you're
in the
saying.
summer. I have no complaints. Less snow. It's a win-win for everybody.
Although this year we got like more snow than we've gotten in the past 20 years altogether.
We've had none. That's why I said that. Hey,
Well,
Jim,
that's what
how are
happened. All the snow that's supposed to go to you was pushed down to Minnesota.
you? That's what happened. Yeah.
Indiana also, Dan? Oh, what?
Can I have
Are you sure? Just occupy yourself for a
Time to
bit.
steal your back.
Yeah.
Yes.
LNA says no, it's everywhere. Yeah,
Grab me water.
it is.
LNA, you got a new video coming out about your super secret new intake whatever thing going on, right? LNA did something to his car, and I'm
Well, it's not super
anticipating it.
secret if you. Okay, well, I guess it is
Well,
depending on what you do it.
Yeah. I like following LA's car because it so closely resembles mine.
I find it hard to follow everybody, but I do try. So I apologize.
Hear that,
to all
LA?
of you.
Challenge him to a race. He's going to be following you the whole time. He'll probably win.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yes, you.
you're going to be following,
What?
not leading.
It's somewhere out there.
I don't
He
think
landed
we
that
have
289 is finally going to
You-
spit a rod out.
Check the
Or
fridge.
302, I mean, not 289.
The 302 nowadays.
302, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 302 now. Used to be a 289 until, knowledge happened. Now it's a 302.
Hey, you know what
Maybe.
they
I
say?
don't know.
Knowledge is power, and that's never been more true in this situation.
How do you know that something else bigger, like a 403 is not in there somewhere?
Well, because
403?
for one thing, that's not a thing in
Probably
the
not. I don't know.
realm of
48
possibility.
and a half. 32 and 64 sevenths.
Okay, thank God that's not a thing.
It could be a Gibson. I don't know what the hell it is
It is
anymore.
if you're a skateboarder.
The other one was empty.
Memory says nice Stang. I'm not sure who she's referring to, but you both have great Mustangs.
Yes. LA wants to paint his, and I think it looks good the way it is, but if he wants to paint it, yeah.
I say
Maroon.
give her, LNA. If you want to paint it, paint her. If
I
not,
say a nice maroon color would look good.
That is true.
What? I asked
if
you
not,
for
some
water.
seed oil.
You come in here demanding more stuff from me.
Yeah, but it's empty.
That doesn't. That is not going to rehydrate myself. Find me a water.
Water.
Find me H2O somewhere in this house.
H2O.
Pickle. This is what you have to
Yeah.
look forward to if you have kids.
You have to get your own water, Grandma said. What?
Give it a go.
Honestly,
Ouch.
she's making my night, so.
Water.
I can't find any water.
Not standing there, you can't. You're gonna have to move one foot in front of the other.
I don't know where the water is.
What's
Yeah,
she
we're on
doing? I
another
can't
random
find
water.
any water.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
water
exactly
here
what
at
she's
all.
doing. I can't find water.
Here's a little hint. It might be in something called the kitchen. I
The
have to
tap.
remind my kids that things
Goodbye.
exist.
I don't have
They're always like,
Goodbye.
I can't find the TV remote. Like, well, did you put it on the ceiling?
That happens in our house with the grown-ups here, okay? Are you kidding?
The kids will try to get out of doing anything for you, but you can't give in. I know. That's why I'm talking this way. They will try to get out of doing anything, once they get to this age. You can't let them, because otherwise, he's yelling at
Dan,
me
the
in the other
professional
room.
parent.
That's right.
Hey, Dan,
Yes.
how's that water?
Well, I'm currently trying to choke
How's
myself on
air?
Pickle Stream, but I don't have anything to do it with.
Don't choke.
You get-
You need
get
a
Pickle
lesson
some
on how to
views?
drink water from her.
What? What'd you say?
Hello,
Oh,
Mater.
what?
How are you?
Hey, Mater's Workshop.
Yep. I think
You're
maybe
gonna
she
have to
might have found
rename
the
this
water.
live. You're gonna have to rename this live stream fucking Parenting 101.
Yeah. Oh my God! You guys almost went over again.
Uh-oh.
Almost
See-
as bad as Dan.
See, Pickle, you should really get a hand, that it grips things, you can put it out there, right? Works good. Free, usually.
Yeah, but it also does this.
What's wrong with that? I got 17,000 subscribers from quality like that.
Quality with a K.
Okay.
Quality with a capital K.
It's like, the band Korn was actually supposed to be spelled with a C. They just were illiterate.
Oh, I gotta get
You're good at
Are you
what, Sammy? But
are
I
you
swat
going to get your own water after this whole big long speech about parenting and how you're doing it right?
And now you're going to get it.
Now you're
That's
giving
your
in?
example.
There is the water.
Oh, he's rubbing your nose in it.
Well, clearly you didn't look very hard.
But we never
Pickle's
put the on
experiencing
the
an
ceiling.
earth tremor. What?
This is life.
You have tonight's dinner uploaded to your cooking channel. Oh, cool, Mater. I didn't know you had a cooking channel. I'll subscribe.
No, I asked you to get it. Hey, can I have a water, please?
Babe, I'm sorry, but what do you mean here?
Thank you.
Please elaborate.
Finders keepers.
What? Yeah.
Finder keeper. She didn't
Found it.
No.
Fine.
What?
Yeah.
My water. Mine. Get out of here.
Oh, shaky camera. Yeah. God, she's using the force.
She is maniacally laughing while simultaneously trying to end my existence. You realize, hey, you realize if you end my
Rory,
existence,
you're
nobody's
doing it
gonna
all
buy
wrong.
Pull my teeth.
You
clothes
just got to
anymore.
give him that water he wants. Yeah, just give him the water. And everything else will work itself out.
That's right. I got practice in this department.
Hey, you never had like this from me ever in your life.
Baloney.
Just like right now.
What were we talking about? I'm sorry, I completely lost track of what we were doing.
I don't know.
Please and thank
This
you.
is why this live stream doesn't even have a topic anymore. I've just given up.
Hold it. There you go.
6% is back.
It's
Well,
Kinda,
he's just a
sorta.
black abyss right now, but he is somewhat here.
Why am I on the other side? Why is this goon above me now?
hey,
What do you want up there?
Oh, 6% is having technical. Oh, there he goes. Now you got two goons above you.
Wait,
6%. Did you try looking at the service manual to figure out how to work? There might be a torque spec.
What is it?
Uh,
I gotta get
Are
the
you
link. I'll post
talking
it back
about
in the
me?
chat.
What are you talking about?
no, I'm making jokes.
Oh.
Anybody
Make a
who wants to join, feel free. I'm gonna post the link here. Now this is mostly for 6% because I know he's trying to rejoin, but feel free to hop on. As you
Yeah,
can see,
feel
it's a
free to hop
blast.
on.
Darth
This is
Vader
parenting
6.
tip night, so if you're a parent, tonight's your night.
Yes, first tip.
Damn it,
Kids
he
are
did like
lazy.
my baby mama and split.
Yeah.
Just itch my
There
butt.
he is.
Oh.
He's here,
What?
I think.
You gotta be
Let's try him
appropriate.
this time. Nope.
We're waiting.
Left. Nope, there he goes.
Dan, he's
You-
pulling at
300
you.
chop yelling me.
Well, yeah, he's pulling me. Me on a barrows.
No, he's pulling
Yeah.
a Whitty is what he's doing. no, yeah, he's pulling a Dan because you always
Hey,
cut
pulling
off. When you, yeah,
Yeah,
he's showing up. He's just, yeah.
yeah.
I remember that time on Barrow's podcast
Every
or
day you make me
YouTube live stream where you were on and you had like a whole 60. Well, not even that. You had a whole 6 seconds of moving around and then you just froze there.
I'm about to sink like the Titanic pretty soon too.
What?
Yeah, phone's dying. Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh, yeah, that's how it looks every time. Just like that. I have a hand that attaches to my vice and holds my beard just sort of.
Here,
That is awesome. Huh?
grab the phone charger so that it doesn't die. Technically, I'm
I have a
letting it
hand
get
that holds my
past
beer
the
too.
bedtime.
I got two. Woohoo!
Oh, Pickle's double fisting over there. Keep an eye on the pickle one. He will become pickled.
I don't know sign language.
Dan's in his own world over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in my own world over here. Ignore
No,
us.
no need for apologies.
Yes. You went on to your live stream, Pickle.
If
Just
I get you the charger,
Yes. We're in
No,
negotiations right now.
can I go out into the living room and watch a movie?
Preferably.
This is all pro parenting, folks. Just focus.
Here is the episode about in negotiating with
You gonna get
terrorists.
that charger?
Will you join me in the movie?
No, I gotta keep doing this.
After?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like negotiation complete right there. You seen it all here, folks. Parenting 101 with Dan.
You saw the competition. Like just a second ago.
You know, getting that charger would be a whole lot easier if you weren't death glaring at me. the
He's
whole
back
time.
and I can see him this time.
Yeah,
Holy bucket 6. What's
my
up?
phone decided to not want to let me on again, so I had to go through my computer.
Cool. Well, at least you're back. Welcome back. You haven't missed much
Yeah.
other than some pro parenting tips.
Oh,
Technology sucks, doesn't it?
I'm assuming they do. Yes, it's probably like you changing oil is you teaching your daughter stuff, but you never know.
Pretty much.
You had to have been there at 6%.
I'm probably glad I wasn't, but okay.
Poor little lady's only going to know how to fix major things that happen. Never going to know how to change your oil.
No, she could just go through life thinking all you have to do is top stuff off and you're good. So,
Well, to be fair, if it works for me, chances are it probably works for her too.
yeah, but we already found your Achilles heel, which is ordering things online. So, you know.
It's not Achilles heel, it's a bane of my existence. There's a difference.
Yeah. Much like
I have ordered things online. It's just an inconvenient way of getting shit.
I don't understand your logic there, Dan, because
Okay.
you don't have to think about it until it shows up to the door, which could be a matter of days.
All right, let's break it down, Pickle.
He's pulling the Trump thing. Excuse me, I'm talking.
All right,
Five witnesses that I should have been able to buy my crap from here. I don't want to pay for your ugly website, you freaking idiot.
Hey, excuse me. Fake news.
There were some fine people.
Miss Coors Light.
Here.
Excuse
me.
No, okay. So let's break it down. You find it more convenient to order stuff online. You do your points, why you think that, and I will explain why it's wrong.
Because you can't find it in the store next to you.
No, assuming that it should be in the goddamn store because it should be.
Well, no, why? Why do they have to stock things that you specifically want?
Because it's a store. That's literally their only job in life is to sell shit that I want.
Literally every Walmart stocks different shit because the people that go to that regional Walmart buy that shit.
So when someone comes in and bitches about you not having a guava or some random piece of fruit from Guatemala, and what do you tell them? Tough noogies?
Order it online.
Yeah. Do you have every kind of fruit possible?
How do you find it more convenient? Assuming that you could easily go to the store to get the exact same thing, why would it be more convenient to order it online?
It's cheaper online.
It is cheaper online.
Well, also, yeah, but Pickle's
Not
kind of
always.
that because he does
Not
live
always.
forever away from anything that we would consider a normal store. I'm assuming being up there in Newfoundland. So
Amazon's not cheaper; it's at least the same price.
Yeah,
that's true.
If it's the same price, but you have to pay for shipping.
You don't have to pay for shipping. I have Amazon Prime.
It all depends
Not
on
everything's on Amazon Prime. Only select items are Amazon Prime approved.
90% of the items on Amazon.
Yeah,
you can
since I've had Amazon Prime,
Prime.
I think I've had to pay for one thing that wasn't on Prime, and even that I just waited for the week, and it was free shipping anyway.
There you go.
Yeah,
Plus,
if you need it today, waiting
a week
Amazon Prime,
you can watch Amazon Prime for free on TV.
That's true. You get that for free, and that's good.
All
That
the
is
Amazon
good
Prime free stuff.
Who the hell has time to watch TV?
My kids. That's who. I don't fucking have time to watch.
Yeah,
TV.
it's a bonus.
Exactly. We don't have time to watch TV.
I don't have any time anymore.
No, there's no time in the day for that.
Oh,
I'm too busy running store to store to find it.
I had to go back to Puddleman's house.
You go online, so
there's still a lingering odor. Not only that, there's a whole new apartment way down the road from that one that these people own that I'm now currently trying to get the smell out of that one too. Different circumstance. Nobody passed away. People got evicted and trashed the place. And you know, when you get evicted, you take your whole family with. It just leave.
Take the
Well,
light bulb.
they left their dog tied to the table on a leash for 4 days with no food and water.
Mm.
Wow, that is
Just
terrible.
Yeah, that
horrible
kind of
people.
brings the mood down.
Yeah,
That was
Horrible people.
Puddle Puff.
buzzkill.
Well, let's
Well.
bring the mood back up. There's a question about donuts that we
No.
can probably answer. That'll bring the mood up.
Oh yeah,
Dog
so there is.
survived.
Fucking donuts.
Dog
What are
totally
cronuts?
survived. Dog is doing fine.
Croissant donuts. Oh,
Cronuts?
never heard of it. Dog's
Never heard
doing
of
fine. You said it didn't die.
No, the dog's fine. The dog is healthy, lived with a new owner.
Well, to be
That is
fair, it was
crazy,
only 4
considering
days.
that the human body can literally only survive like 3 days without water, and that dog went 4, so that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, it's for a dog. For a human, it's 3 days without water and like a week without food.
We can go a long time without food. Yeah, just water is the
For-
problem.
Well, I
Dogs are-
can go a long time without food, but if you're at the proper body fat index,
Yeah.
Well,
I got
I'll be alive for a long time.
I got like a week tops, Pickle. So
I've probably got 2.5 weeks, maybe 3.
Yes.
It would be slow and agonizing painful. But
I did a lot of dog rescue in Detroit, and trust me, the stuff I've seen with the way people treat animals is nasty.
it
It
is
is bad.
it's
I think you put-
horrible. Like,
Yeah.
and then
And you
the
go
police
over
officer
couple.
said, like, you can't, like, don't go in there, don't feed it, don't give it
Let's
anything
see
to
if that works.
drink until animal control is there and can actually see it. So then these people can actually get prosecuted.
Yeah.
Because it is super hard to prove anything to do with animal cruelty or anything like that.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
just sad. It's super sad. Like, you, especially for the person that found it. Like, I mean, you wouldn't, like, if that was a child in the same circumstance, like, you wouldn't not feed it or give it water or comfort.
Exactly.
Right?
and people don't
I
get
love my dog.
prosecuted.
I don't know if you can see her, but I love my dog more than anything. She doesn't even sleep on the floor. She sleeps on the bed with me and takes up most of the bed. And I got a double bed.
We had a couple people that I did stuff with that eventually they got caught doing pretty nasty stuff with 50, 60 dogs, and they got a slap on the wrist. So it's very, very rare that people get put in jail for animal cruelty stuff. It has to be a massive case. So
Yeah. I mean, it has to be real bad for them to actually suffer any consequences for it. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's too bad because it's so much of it happens, even with cats too. You know, you see all these cats on the side of the road and boxes and everything all the time. Man, it's sad.
But
Okay.
he's
I mean-
healthy and fine.
yeah, hold on.
and
Dan
he's a
wants to say
happy
something
dog.
profound. So
Yeah, Dan was about to say something. What was that? I noticed that too.
I mean, cats are pretty well adapted, though. I mean, a cat will survive.
I knew it. Damn it, I knew it. You were going to say
Open
that.
doors.
Look, okay.
they are.
You can throw it outside
may
and be
have-
fine.
took in a stray cat and then no longer had any mate and let the cat become wild again. But the cat was probably fine. A cat can come and go without any problem.
They are nature's
basically
serial killers,
wild.
so they tend to be able to survive. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do, yes, to some degree.
Much
Dan, I
more
do
than a
agree with
dog,
that.
really.
high feet.
Dogs
Hey,
are more
Ed, how's it
social
going, buddy?
creatures than cats
Yeah,
are.
right?
Welcome to the stream.
What's up?
Feast
You're not missing much. We're just talking about some depressing dog talk here, bringing,
Yeah, Tom really brought the mood down, but
Yeah, I had the mood going so well with my rant.
It's all fun and
What
games
the
if
hell?
some random dude's leaking out underneath his front door, but don't talk about a dog being hurt. We ain't gonna go for that shit.
Hey, it had a happy story. I'm just telling you what I had to go through today, all right?
Yeah, give him some slack, 6%. He almost look. That dog could have been Puddle Pup had someone not found him. All right.
I feel a song coming on,
This
you
is like
guys.
Oh,
This is the next
but wait,
song.
Dog,
there's
puddle
more.
dog, laying on the floor.
I-
Puddle dog, ain't gonna bark no more.
It writes
You got her,
itself.
6%.
No, you know what, Tom? I do actually. I think it's awesome that you can do that job in all seriousness because it's not something that I could do. I would not have the guts to do that and walk into a scene and see all that. Like
Probably
the
man
stuff
didn't
you've
have the
seen
guts
must be
for it
crazy.
Pickle, Arrowhead's got a question about the truck.
Nothing really. It was just a picture that I found.
But
It's just that
you're trying to get, right?
yeah, it's the body style that I'm going to get. It's like soon. Next month, I'll be on the hunt for it. I just have to move first. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought, but we're getting there. I'll have lots of content on that. It'll either be an F-250 or F-100. I'm not sure yet. Either or.
What's up, Jim?
Excuse me. Hey, Jim, I think you were already here, but hey. Oh my God. There you guys go. Finally. There we go. Yeah. Puddle Pup.
Puddle Pup.
Oh, so what I was going to say is I had to go assess another scene of an accident. They didn't end up using us, but it would have been Puddle Ma'am.
Puddle Ma'am.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's too bad I didn't use you in a song. Puddle Man and Puddle Ma'am.
Puddle
Boy,
dog,
it's
puddle
too
man.
bad that didn't come to pass.
What about puddle cat, puddle mouse, puddle hamster, puddle horse? Come on, we can just keep it going.
It all works. We'll get there.
If I ever get a firm, I'll call.
We'll get there from here,
I'll give you a call,
6%.
Tom, because there's gonna be some stuff.
Oh,
Your dad bought a '66. Wish you had the old girl. Cool trucks. I love the body style. Cool stuff. Yeah, I hope to get it pretty soon. I've already been looking on Marketplace and I found so many, and they actually still drive and run like flawlessly. So they need work, but they
Yeah,
they do work.
I might be off.
well, they're carbureted pickle, so they'll naturally work.
Exactly. Like it might need an accelerator pump, Dan, or something like that, or
Even without an accelerator pump, you'd still get from place to place, no problem.
true. You could get home.
I might be off a year, but that body style, I want to say from the first generation, about like 64 was a solid axle leaf spring, and then 60.
It was, yeah.
64, 65, they went to the twin beam, which is a little better riding truck. Not that it
You're
matters.
correct.
You hard barnacled guys, but
I don't know if it matters for me personally, because I don't know. I'm only going to be going to work, back and forth. Maybe occasionally, going and getting some lumber or something for a project or putting a little bit of weight in the back. But I don't think it really matters. They both have leaf springs in the front. They'll both ride. Well, no, the twin I-beam doesn't have leaf springs. I guess it has coil springs, but
some of them did. Like Ford was weird. They put the twin beam on the 4x4s up in the 90s with certain weight class trucks. They were spring, some of them were coil. They did weird stuff. So you just keep an eye out for it. Also, the bigger thing is just make sure that parts are available for it, because some of that stuff might be harder to get. General maintenance crap you're going to have to repair. I know I said the boogeyman word maintenance, but
that's one thing that when I make the video on the truck and going to look at it, I will ask the guy if he's okay with like maybe on the record on his property and all that. But when I go there, you guys are gonna see it for the first time with me. I'm gonna do everything Because I know, I have never done this before. This is like a first for me. Obviously, I've said that 100 times, but it's
What
gonna be like if I'm there, you're there, kind of thing.
Vice Grip
what are
Garage.
you gonna
Pickle
check?
Edition.
Pardon?
So what are you gonna check first when you get there? Do you have a plan?
Not really. I guess I'll just look under the hood. I don't really care about interior or anything. Like if a seat needs to be redone, then I'll get it redone or do it myself. That's nothing. Get a new one. But mostly, the drivetrain, fluids. I don't know if there's like coolant in the oil or anything like that, like signs of a bad head gasket or anything stupid. Crawl underneath, maybe look for rust, like on the frame anywhere, make sure it's not going to break in half. And if I'm happy with it, well, then, I'll buy it.
If you take the oil dipstick and you pull it out, and there's like crud built up all the way up the dipstick, then that means it's got a lot of blow by and crap going on.
Yeah. If there's film or milking material underneath the oil fill cap, a lot of times that indicates a bad head gasket as well.
Yeah, one thing I probably will do, I'll make sure I'll either make sure I can get it running before I buy it, or maybe in my case it'll already be running, just to make sure blow by and there's no rod knock or anything.
If you start it up and it goes put kapooey, don't buy it.
Yeah, if it makes cartoon noises, don't buy it.
This is good advice from this.
Wait a minute. If it starts
Oh,
making
yeah.
cartoon noises, maybe you should buy it. That's good YouTube.
Blink, 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 blink. Just fucking driving down the road.
Blink, 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 blink.
If you get it running,
bias flies.
if you get it running, go under the hood and you take the carburetor, you bring it up to about 3 grand, and you keep it steady state, and then you kind of let off the throttle just a little bit and just kind of hover it around. Then you'll be able to hear things a lot easier that way than just sitting
That's
at
what
idle.
I have this bad boy for, so I'm very well educated.
Was that the carburetor book?
Well, it's got everything. Yeah, everything I need to know about 2-barrel, 1-barrel, 4-barrel, carburetors and dual carburetors. Anything I need to know is in this. So
Do not let the person you're buying the truck from see that, because he's gonna go, "Ooh, a mark." Don't do it. Hide that book. Bring it with you, but hide it.
yeah, I'll keep it. Don't worry, I'll keep it out of sight.
I'm gonna hop off for a little bit here. I gotta go watch a magic show apparently, and it sounds like stuff's going on, so I better go watch it. They go to bed.
All right, have fun, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes,
You watch that magic show.
I'll keep
Whole
listening.
new world.
Bye bye.
Oh,
Crack the oil drain plug and look for water. It will come out first. That's called maintenance. Dan doesn't do that.
If you get it up to temperature for long enough, the water will just evaporate out the breather. Don't matter at that point.
Yeah. Oh God. It's like when he starts fidgeting or turning his head, you can just tell something weird's gonna start coming out.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, it's not technically weird though, because running E85, that is literally something you need to do. You can't just you can't start up E85 and just idle it for a minute and then shut it off, because the methanol absorbs water.
All right, LNA. Have a good night. Thanks for
Maybe
hopping on the stream, and congratulations on the 500.
Yes, congratulations, guy. But yeah, no, if you're running alcohol E85 and so, you got to let the motor come completely up to temp. Really, because otherwise the gas absorbs water and it will just puddle water in there. I learned that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I expect there to be problems, and there's going to be things that I'm going to overlook 100%. I've never done this before. So,
I mean, really, if
as long as the transmission shifts and the engine runs without a knocking or anything, I can do the maintenance on it and keep up on it. Then I'm okay with it. I don't care if it burns a little bit of oil. That's okay. I expect it to. I mean, it's 60 years old. It's not new. It's past its prime. I'll fix that eventually too. I'll probably rebuild the thing one day once I have the money for it and the time. But right now, I just need something that's going to drive and be reliable. Really,
You're gonna look at it. That motor's not gonna have one drip of oil on it, and then you will go and do your maintenance, change out the oil, and then all of a sudden it will start pouring oil out of everywhere because the thinner viscosity of the brand new stuff will seep through gaps that the old crusty stuff wouldn't.
Well, Dan, I was going to ask you what kind of oil do you run in your car, but I guess that's a bad question because you don't never change it. So 6%. What kind of oil do you run in your car?
No, I still have oil in it, pickle.
Yeah, but you just buy whatever's on sale at Wally World. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, usually gas stations. Gas station oil is about
an older vehicle, assuming the motor hasn't been rebuilt, you'd want to run a thicker oil. A lot of people use a Shell Rotella because it's a cheap way to get zinc additive in the oil. But that stuff's starting to trail off a bit. You really almost have to look, but I think they're starting to knock some of that out of diesel oils. But don't run synthetic because if you have an older motor, that synthetic will find every possible place to just gush out of every leaky seal.
That's what I just said.
It'll become a fountain.
But literally what I just said.
Yes, but it's more about the synthetic oil rather than just the weight of the oil. Almost any synthetic will do that if you have leaks anywhere.
Okay. I know about the zinc because there's debates online whether people add it to their oil or not. I believe in it. I think it works. Because I've seen way too many 360 FEs, like the V8, that have wiped cam lobes. It seems like ridiculous, and I think it's because people are running.
Those motors, the zinc was a sacrificial element for wear because they were flat material on flat material. Don't go crazy with it. I mean, it's not. You don't have to go nuts.
Zinc is good for the engine break-in. That's where you really need it. But I mean, once the engine's already broken in, if the engine's been running 12, 20 years without zinc additive, adding zinc now isn't going to magically fix anything,
Yeah, I think that's where you're wrong, though. It might be different with your engine, but these FEs, they seem like they love to wipe cam lobes if they don't have zinc. Like I'm on a couple Facebook groups.
But no, you're not understanding this, pickle. If nobody's added the zinc additive its entire life, what is you adding it going to do? It's not going to fix the years of it not having it. You see?
No, but what it can do is prolong the life and actually help slow the damage down. You can also run thickeners and other stuff like Lucas crap, but some of it's snake oil too. So you have to be careful. Don't go crazy. If you're worried about it, just do some research. Also, ask the person you're buying it from, what have you been running in it? Have you used a specific type of plug or filter or plug wires or whatever? If they've been using one specific type with that truck, there are some times where vehicles only like brand A. They don't like brand B or C. It could be exactly the same, but they just don't like them. So you'll run into that here and there too. Not as much anymore, but there's always going to be the one little quirky thing. Like Jeeps love Champion plugs. So if you run Champions, you're going to have a better luck with them than running any other brand, which is stupid, but that's just the way it seems to be. I know Ford likes Autolites, but I don't think Ford's as picky.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's not big. I mean, I probably have different brands of plugs in it right now.
Probably. I'm assuming there's like 5 different brands of plugs, and
they've probably never been changed. Again, maintenance.
And they're probably all gapped randomly if they even have electrodes at all. Just
well, they clearly have electrodes. It runs.
Yeah, but you're lucky with everything but shipping and receiving. So
I'm not lucky 6%.
Have you ever seen the look on people's faces when you use a giant screwdriver as a stethoscope? I've done that.
Yeah. Giant screwdriver, breaker bars, broom handles, all that stuff.
Broom handles.
If you want to get technical, you can actually get something called a chassis ear, where you can set up listing positions on different points in the car with a headset and drive, and you can actually hear things happening at different points on the car.
See, I'm not that technical.
Oh yeah. That sounds really cool though.
This is like SpaceX technology here.
Yeah.
They put
Put
ethanol in their new 1,000-gallon propane tank to remove any water that might be in it. About 1 gallon's worth.
Wow.
It's not technically removing the water; it's just dissolving the water in ethanol. But yeah,
That's another debate I see online, like whether people run ethanol or not. It's hard to avoid now, though. It's in everything, and it seems like if you leave the gas in there for a long, long time, yes, it'll harm the carburetor, but
wait, what?
otherwise, it seems okay if you use it all the time.
Ethanol based fuels can actually, they have a chemical in them. If you run a certain type of hose with it, it'll eat older hoses. So you actually have to get hose that's rated for ethanol in E85.
Okay, I've seen that too. Yeah, I didn't. You know what? That's a good point because I'm
It'll
sure
turn the
anything
inner
like-
lining, if you let it sit, it'll turn the inner lining into kind of a goo.
Yeah, but I mean, most fuel systems all the way up to the front is steel, so that's not going to harm nothing. Then the rubber's probably been replaced already over the 60-something years the car's been alive. You get any fuel line nowadays, it's going to be rated for that ethanol fuel. And really, if you let the car sit a couple of days, all the ethanol will evaporate. All the gas will evaporate out of the vent tubes.
See you later,
That's why you
Arrowhead.
have to
Have a good
sit
night,
there
buddy.
and crank the car for a while if you let it sit, because all the gas is evaporated.
Yeah.
You
Thanks
have
for
to
joining the stream.
pump new gas into the bowl.
Might want to throw gems up, yeah, because that's a good point.
So,
A big reason that they took the zinc and other materials out is because they destroyed catalytic converters.
oh yeah, that's what it.
Other than
That's
the
why they
fact
took it
that
out. Then I
also,
guess.
with the roller materials in the engines now, they don't need the friction surface. They don't need a wear item because they don't wear the same way.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because GM can't even keep a lifter up anymore. They're always collapsed now.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
they can't make lift. Well, it's because they don't make new lifters. They reuse old lifters, but during the process of what is it called? I guess recycling, I guess you could call it, but getting them into service, they go and they hone stuff. Well, when they hone it, the tolerances get less. So there's more oil seeping around the plunger. Therefore, it can't hold its pump up, right? They'll bleed down a lot more because the tolerances are just too loose.
Seems like Jeeps.
Even flat tappets, they will machine the head of an old flat tappet, so then the actual height difference will be different. But then they won't put a crown on the flat tappet. A flat tappet's not truly flat; it's basically a dome, microscopic dome. So the lifter spins on the cam lobe because the cam lobe is grounded at an angle too, exaggerated, but at an angle too.
Right.
They'll have flat bases on them, and that's why it'll wipe. No amount of zinc is going to fix that. That's wiping out. So
No, you're also entering the preventative maintenance portion of the whole thing. That a lot of what maintenance is preventing shit from happening.
Yeah, it's called. It's in the name.
That's
Preventative
manufacturer
maintenance.
defect 6%. That's not maintenance. That's manufacturer defects. No amount of maintenance is going to fix a defective part.
Yeah, in that case, yes. What we're
Yeah.
talking about is, as a general rule, maintenance is done to help prevent problems.
Yep.
Doesn't mean it's going to stop them all, and there's nothing's 100% foolproof. But that's a big part of why maintenance is done. Is to
You guys ever heard of the 57 lady?
Who?
She drove like the same car for like 50 years. It was a 57 Chevy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprised you never heard of her, but yeah, she drove. I don't know how old she is now, but she drove the exact same car for like 50 years, and yeah, did the preventive maintenance thing, Dan, and that car has literally lasted like 2 lifetimes. So,
I mean,
yeah.
preventive maintenance is one thing, but like being overly anal and witchcraft about it's your level of maintenance has to match the level of quality of the part itself. You take like the motor in the Mustang. am I worried about the bearings getting scuffed? No, already scuffed. You know, I guarantee you that bearings on that car is nothing but copper at this point. Cylinder walls are probably all scratched up. You know, there's no point in worrying about preventing something that's already happened. You see, like you could try to prevent 9/11 from happening, but it's too late. It's already done. You know, the building's already down. No amount of planning ahead's gonna fix something that's already down. You see what I'm saying?
Dan, that was a
Yeah, but
terrible example. but okay.
that doesn't connect. That has no fucking bearing on. Your Mustang isn't on fire in the bottom of a
Take
building.
care, Jim. Have a good night, bud.
Well, no, but
Thanks
what
for
are you
joining.
worrying about protecting the bearings for if the bearings are already gone and scuffed?
I
Okay,
think
see.
you should take your oil pan off and see how much sludge is in the bottom, and you should take one of your bearing caps off and see what they're like. Because I guarantee you, if your bearings were in that bad of shape, the thing would have a knock.
Okay, but if they're not in that bad of shape, then clearly the oil maintenance thing is a bunch of BS because it didn't harm the bearings to begin with.
You know that these things have a fucking shelf life, Dan. Come on.
Oh wait, you're the guy that runs Fram, right? You got Fram oil filter and everything else on that car.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you what oil.
Yeah, he
filter
probably
it is.
doesn't even know. It's
It's
really-
I think it's blue. It's a
at the
blue
end
oil
of the day, it
filter.
doesn't matter. If you didn't have two engines sitting there waiting to go into the Mustang, if the Mustang was your only car, would you treat it the same way?
I've been treating it the same way long before I ever had an engine in my living room.
And it was your only car.
Yeah. What? Yes, I treat my daily driver the same way too.
Well, I
And those
understand.
are my only two cars. Huh?
I understand you treating your daily driver randomly, and who cares? But for people that only have one car, the preventative maintenance can help them with certain things. It's not going to stop things. It won't revert things, but you can also put a fake layer with some of the additives and other stuff in it that keeps these things running longer. I'm assuming Pickle's not going to have three engines sitting in his living room with
No.
his first
I
truck.
only have I have I have one engine in my living room. The other engine is in the back of the daily driver.
As it came back from the machine shop.
No, it never went. It's been in perpetual going to, but it's on the back burner.
No, wait. So you're telling me that there's a V8 in the back of your Ford Explorer?
Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah, it's good
So
for weight.
you've left it in there so that the car is under all that weight, and it's been there for a long time, correct?
Yeah. What? It's an SUV. That's literally what they're made for.
This just keeps getting better and better. My God.
Oh, hey, take it easy, Jim.
Yeah, you had to go.
Wait, how is this possibly causing you grief, Pickle?
You're just
What?
great. See, again, like 6% says, you're lucky. That's all it is. It's luck.
I'm lucky. I'm not lucky. I guarantee you I'm not lucky.
Okay, first of all, didn't you make a video complaining about how expensive gas is and you're driving around with a Windsor in the back of your car?
Well, yeah, gas is expensive.
Stop pointing out the obvious, Pickle.
Well, no, it doesn't matter what mile per. I could get 30 miles per gallon. I would still complain about the gas being too expensive because gas should only be $1 something a gallon, maximum should be, but it's too damn high. I will complain about that regardless of the mile per gallon. I could have an EV sitting out there. I would still complain about the gas prices.
Oh, dear. This is a man that sat here ranting about how high gas prices, and he has a Windsor in the back of his Explorer that he hasn't taken out for months or years or whatever.
It's not technically a. I don't think it's not technically a Windsor. Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland's its own thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what was back there.
Yeah, 357 or 351 Cleveland.
Dan,
Oh,
at the
okay.
end of the day, you can do whatever the hell you want. Just don't assume it works the same way for other people. And don't be surprised when they look at you funny when you say you don't do these things to a car that you treat like it's a princess and you act like it's a princess and you treat it like it's a pauper.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there are a lot of people just like me out there doing the exact same thing. Because I've met them. I
Yes, they're
know
slackers.
it's not slacking, it's just
Yeah,
not
slackers.
being anal about things that don't matter. per
These
se.
are the people with wiped cam lobes. These are the people with rod knocks. These are the people who, ultimately abandoned vehicles because they did not do preventative maintenance, so they break and beyond repair.
It's
I can go start the Mustang right now and prove you wrong, buddy.
It's not even that. It's more of a these things work okay until you just reach that point where everything grenades anyway, and you're going to blame it on something else rather than the fact you just didn't do simple maintenance. But do whatever you want to. Do whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's not my car. Thank God. I think it's an awesome car, but
It just boggles my mind how nitpicky you can get over something that just doesn't even matter anymore. Once the thing is worn to a certain point, no amount of preventative maintenance is fixing it. You're not maintaining it. You can't maintain a pile of
Maintenance
rust.
doesn't fix things. Maintenance helps prevent damage.
It's already damaged.
And
This is the part you're not comprehending.
Where the lucky, your roulette wheel every time you turn the key is not going to come up sevens every time. It's going to come up snake eyes. So that's just going to happen.
Look, okay, you can do what you want. If you can spend thousands of dollars on oil changes,
thousands. Where you
if
get
you
your oil
want,
changes done?
Well, yeah, but
when they happen,
at the rate at which he loses oil, he spends hundreds a month on oil anyway.
True,
No,
that is true. See, this is
no.
why you fix your oil.
You use the cheap
Preventative
stuff.
maintenance.
All right.
Yes.
I'm not using, no $5 a quart shit here.
No, that would be not shit. The stuff you're using is shit. You're getting that. Are you going to the oil change places and going, hey, give me that used crap you guys sell to everybody else for cheap?
No, I go to basically any place that has oil when I need oil at the time. It could be a gas station, could be Fleet Farm, it doesn't really matter. It could be some friend's house. It's like, hey, you got some oil? I'll put some oil in.
Out of your dad's garage, whatever works. Yeah.
Yes, done that plenty of times. Yep.
He just goes to yard sales and finds the half-empty oil jugs and throws them all in one. Hey, Smoke Ranch, how's it going? We're just talking about preventative maintenance and how Dan doesn't do it.
Yeah, we're just harassing Dan because at this point it's just funny. So
you can have a pile of. I'm imagining you two hovering over a pile of rust, spritzing, WD-40 on it because we don't want it to get any worse.
Dan, you just saw what I live in a pile of rust.
Yeah. You ain't got nothing on 6%. He has the rustiest car I've ever seen.
No, the thing is first, but that Chandler is in fantastic shape in some spots and an absolute dumpster fire in other spots.
Yes.
And the stuff I'm dealing with now is bad repairs from the 80s that they just put aluminum foil and duct tape and rivets and shit on it. Just bad on every account.
Yeah, but it probably worked.
Yeah, it worked all the way up to the scene of my death. Yes, that's where it would have been. Or the guy who owned it before me, if he'd actually ever gotten it running. It would have made it all the way to see the crash.
What?
Well, it turns out you're not the only one with a
possibly happened. I have two.
He's giving you the famous squint, so look at this.
Yeah, I'm trying to read parts. Smashed up. Nice.
He is self-draining.
Yeah, so
this is my people.
Yeah,
just add one. Smoke Ranch. Smoke
you
wrench.
pull the drain plug at least to drain the oil when it's time to do an oil change, or do you just let it all leak out and replace it like Dan does and never change
No,
it? And like
he
never
just
pull the
said
plug out to see if there's
just
anything in
add
there.
oil once in a while. He just said add oil once in a while. That's the exact same thing I do. You change it every couple, what a year or so,
A year or so.
years or so. It's probably been, I don't know, 3-ish years probably.
How many?
3-ish.
That shouldn't surprise
Ish.
you.
That shouldn't really surprise me.
Maybe on the ish.
Ish.
Yes.
Somewhere around there.
No, listen on. No, how many miles do you think you put on that car a year?
I have no fucking clue. I don't keep track of mileage.
Well, at least
Simply
he changes
because
his
my
filters.
odometer doesn't really work.
This guy, he changes his filter. Okay, smoke wrench. He does maintenance.
He says maybe a new filter here and there.
But you don't
That
even
does
do
not
that.
sound like an often
50%
changed
better
filter
than your.
guy.
He
That's
can't even
gonna be
remember what brand name is on it or color. He said it might be blue.
It might be blue.
Percent better than your never and nowhere. Okay, you're still 50% better.
An oil filter is only really operational at idle. You realize this?
Yeah,
There's
but
a
I also realize
bypass
that they
in
didn't
the
put it
oil
there for no
filter.
Your
reason.
car idles, right? You're not always at 1,500 RPMs or $3,000, right?
No. Okay, if there was shit in the oil, 6%, right? If there was shit in the oil, where do you think it would do the most damage? When you're sitting at a stoplight for 2 minutes idling, or when you're on the highway at $3,000 for like half an hour? Which scenario do you think the oil filter would have came more in handy in preventing shit from happening?
I just want to get one of those oil filter cutters and pull your oil filter off when you get the no name and dump all the metal and the shiny glitter.
Yes.
You can.
Dan?
Go
Dan?
for it. Go
Dan?
for it.
When I
You
get
can-
there,
I'll tell
I'm
you what,
personally-
6%. You can change my oil when we get to the track.
No.
Okay, me and 6%. 6%. I'll buy the oil. I'll go to the store.
I will-
I'll get whatever Dan wants. I'll get royal purple for God's sake, whatever the heck he wants to put in it, and we'll change the oil and we'll cut that filter. I don't know.
No, I'll do you this favor. I will pull the drain plug and the oil filter off and just leave it there and let you actually do an oil change. I know you're qualified. You used to do it, so
There you go.
I used to do it.
Yeah, but his luck. Well, actually, no. His luck, he'll drive off and with no oil, but it'll still be fine. There's enough
People have
sludge in
done
the bottom.
that. I've seen people do that at the oil place too.
Yeah.
Terry, fucking car would drive off. I'd look at Terry and go, "Hey, did you put oil in it?" Oh no! Like, well, you better chase him down, Terry.
Better
Terry
chase
was
him down. It's
badass.
a bit late now after hammering on those bearings and everything.
Yeah, they just tossed oil in it and sent them on their way. That was Mills
Wow,
Ford.
the used car market is shady around
No,
here.
that's new car. New
that was
cars.
pickle.
This
That
was a
a-
dealership, Pickle. These are the people working at your dealerships. These are the high tech quality people.
That's
You
why I
got
do
Terry.
my own work.
Literally, there's an ass stain on the goddamn coffee table where he would sit down the entire time. You double gasket the oil filters. You ever double gasket one of those things?
they
Start
leak.
up, oil everywhere. Yep. The car would drive off. There'd just be a trail of oil after it. It's like, oh, someone should probably tell him that it's going to need to redo that one. Yeah, I got tired of working in that environment.
So they only
See, that's
hired
called
quality
quality
people.
with K, yet again.
We had a guy named Todd. We used to call him Toad because we didn't like him, so I called him Toad. His name was Todd.
Very clever. Very.
Very, very clever.
That's
Me
no
and Eric. me and fucking Toad would come over. He was over in the they wrote down the information, they sent the car along area, yeah, whatever it's called. It's been so long I can't remember the names of any of those places. But they would just send cars over, right? Not worry about whether or not we were done with anything over. Just send cars over, Then he came up one day and he's like, "Hey, when do you think we'll get this done?" And I look up at him from down in the pit, and I'm like, "Well, when it's done." Whoa, I don't really like that answer. Well, I really ain't gonna give you a fucking another one. Are you seeing this shit? And then he looks. I'm hanging off of a truck, hanging off of the oil filter, my full body weight. Granted, I was, a lot more, not quite as much back then, but hanging off of the oil filter. It always a Valvoline filter too. I swear to God, they use the wrench to tighten the oil filters of Valvoline because they don't come off.
Yeah.
You will destroy, mangle, have a screwdriver through one of them things trying to get them off. It was terrible.
Yeah, you don't hand tight with a little bit of oil and it seals all you
Yep.
need.
Exactly.
That's it.
You just done. But no, literally hanging off. I can't comprehend the amount of oil filters that I have completely mangled trying to get them off.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Don't
know
work
this.
at a
Don't get
dealership.
maintenance done in Minnesota.
No, that's
That's just everywhere.
the oil changes
God.
entry level almost everywhere. So you will get a mixture of people who care and people who care about the meth they're going to do at lunch. That's
I mean, we've had drain plugs just randomly strip out. No
Hey,
more
Vaughn, how you
sealing.
doing?
Hey, what's up, Juan?
He's got some lyrics for
Toad
the
meet the
Guitar Brothers.
road. On his way, he got his guitar on his toe. Yeah, no, Toad did not like me.
Yeah.
And I did not like Toad.
Juan does really like the Barbie Girl song. That's one thing I have noticed out of the Juan comments.
Yes, he does. Dan, you should sing it.
What's the words to the Barbie Girl song? I don't know the words to that. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
That's just excuses, see?
Well, tell me the words, Pickle. Apparently, you know them. Know them by heart, I bet. You give me the lyrics, and I'll give it a go.
Okay, Ghost Rider, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Bang, 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 bang. I don't have a guitar.
No, we've been rejoined by the guitar hero amongst us.
Hey, what the
Hey,
deuce? Thought
what's
you were
up?
watching a fairy movie or
What's the deuce?
magic movie or I
Magic
don't
show.
know. Magic show.
Is that a new logo for your brother?
Yeah, I changed it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was it a bunch of lightsabers?
it's a stage in the background.
Oh, okay. Oh, those are lights, like
Yeah,
stage
those are spotlights there. Yeah,
Yeah, Star Wars works too.
lights. Yeah,
I don't think they're lightsabers.
they look like lightsabers
Necessarily.
from afar.
Are they?
Maybe lightsabers.
Could be.
Oh, Han knows the words.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Like plastic, it's fantastic.
I don't like plastic, but I don't like Barbie girls either.
Those are terrible lyrics. Tell them to change the song.
Well, that's the song, according to Han.
Tell them to change it. There wasn't one car reference in that song. Not good.
He knows more. Oh man, he is obsessed with the Barbie song.
Well, that's questioning what he does when he's not on here now.
Why must you bring things up like this?
I'm assuming it's something with tool reviews and a possibly Barbie collection. I don't really know.
Oh my God!
Oh, hey, your brother got into it.
Finished it
Let's
off.
go part. Oh,
The problem is now I'm starting to remember this song because they're singing it. They're doing enough of the lyrics that I can sort of remember this freaking song.
I can too.
But you should sing it in your Arnold voice, like, "Come on, Bobby, let's go party."
Yes.
Wait. Isn't there a guy in the Barbie universe? What's his name?
Barbie can.
Ken.
Barbie
Right?
Ken. I've never heard it called Barbie Ken before.
Yeah, his name's Ken, right?
I don't know.
Come on, Ken. Let's go party.
Get out of here, you hairy old man.
The Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor, Bobby.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Quality with a K entertainment.
That's
Quality,
it.
the quality with a Q.
Yeah.
Quality with a Q. Yes.
Some quality right here. Yep. Don't you two do any why am I the only one doing impersonations?
Yeah.
I do a pathetic Bill Clinton, but I'm out of practice with most of all this stuff at this point.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to think, I have a permanent smile on my face and I can touch anybody's boobies I want.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
No,
I can't do it.
then you have to create
I have to get into the character.
you
for him.
have to create a permanent grin on your face because nothing you do will ever get you in any kind of trouble.
This here, folks. This is
He
why I
don't
have
smile
no,
much anymore. I haven't seen that guy
we
smile.
can watch series.
You did this to yourself, Pickle. You invited people on. It's like vampires. We have to be invited in.
Yeah. What's
what is Juan on about?
I don't know what the hell was.
I don't know what it's.
There's no amount of squinting that'll make that make sense, Dan.
I ain't squinting. I ain't squinting anymore. I'm backing further away. As a matter of fact,
I think in a
so
way
the blur
he's
gets
kind of accusing you
fuzzier.
of drinking Bud Light.
If I get close enough to it, I can't see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look, Tom got it. See, that's how we spell it, right there.
Wait, this is a very much a Michigan thing. There's a company that makes sausage stuff in Michigan called Kowalski, and they spell their ad campaign as quality with a K. And because their name starts with a K, so it means something a little different here. So.
Well, but Barbie was a good topic, but maybe we'll change it. Here,
my
okay,
watch
here's
hours just went up significantly.
okay. Wait, Pickle, you got the
Yeah.
carburetor back there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See if there's anything in there that will explain why DD Speed Shop had to go carbureted.
I don't even think. Actually, that's not true. There might be EFI in this book, but this book was made. I think it was published 1980. I don't know when it was actually written, but it was published in 1980.
Wait, did you have an idea why he had to abandon this new technology and go back to simplicity, 6%?
Possibly stupidity, but I don't know the guy.
Well,
it could be. I don't know.
It was him and Holly together who couldn't figure it out, and Holly's the one who made the damn thing.
Okay, yeah, there is.
I didn't leave it to any
carburetor adjustment
person.
and service in this book. So there's literally everything you need to know inside this book. At least early 80s EFI anyway.
Early 80s EFI is literally the devil. You're better off with the carburetor than early 80s EFI.
That's probably why it's in this book.
Well, you're better off with a carburetor than this Holly Sniper thing, too.
Let's go.
Shouldn't you be choking on that water by now?
Nope. No,
you were smirking a lot there. There was possibility that was going right in your nose. So
do What do you have an explanation why this guy had to abandon this overly complicated? I mean, he grounded his goddamn hood 6%, and it still didn't.
Well, no, honestly, I know what I know about it is what you've said about it. So I don't know what the hell. It's one of the channels I don't watch very often, so I don't know what he did or didn't do. And
Well, okay.
I'm not saying you're not correct because I don't know, but everything I've ever seen with the Holly stuff, I haven't seen that. So unless there's something I'm not aware of, I'm not getting it.
He
I
grounded his
he did
hood.
ground his
He
hood.
grounded his grounds. He grounded
He grounded his
his
grounds.
grounds.
He grounded his grounds.
He
That's good. You want
moved
to
the
ground your
battery. He rerouted wires so that some EMP interference wouldn't happen. You know, and just he drives down the road, and it just randomly shuts off and doesn't want to turn back on. And
Don't know, bud. I really don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin to start. I just know that carburetors are a lot
I think
simpler, harder to fail.
I think the intake choice combined with the stacks outside of the hood. I think those two things the computer can't keep up
Like
with it.
he was defeating the sensors and stuff. You think?
I think
Well,
he was.
I know that those throttle body injections are really finicky. Like some intake manifolds they will not work on, some they will. Like I know that it's just like even having carburetor spacers underneath them, it messes those things up somehow.
You can totally screw up the swirl pattern. I think.
Hey, does nothing special.
I
Welcome
mean,
back.
it messes up its ability to read. I don't know. But I think he also had it. He had a grump lump, grump
Yeah.
lump is. Yeah, he had a grump lump, and it was a dual quad setup. But I think the grump lump and the air passing over the tops of the EFI throttle bodies, the buffering of the air trying to get in, I think that could have caused some. And he had these tiny air filters on him. I think just the combination, it just couldn't handle the combination. I
Well,
think possibly if he would have went to a single 4-barrel underneath the hood, it might have worked for him. But I think just that whole combination just wasn't
or
going to
direct
happen.
port injection instead of that probably would have worked better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, to be fair, the kit was designed to do what he was doing for it. But I just don't think it. I think those things are too fragile to be able to be in that kind of more or less hectic environment, right?
Well, I don't know enough about the sniper per se, but I know that the guys running 5,000 and 6,000 horsepower, they're fuel injected. So I don't doubt there's probably a difference between a sniper kit and the 10 or 20 grand they're spending on their stuff.
Well, I think it's because their injectors are actually in the intake instead of through a throttle body.
There's a bunch of things about it, but the throttle body inherently isn't a horrible thing, but it's not the best design for a fuel injection system. They work better when they're in the runners.
Well, it defeats the whole purpose of having fuel injection, really.
It's an easy way to put fuel injection on something, but there is a did Holly give him that kit or did he buy it?
No, Holly was on the phone with him the entire time.
No, I understand that. Partly why I'm asking that is, was it a sponsor thing? And if why weren't they out there with him if he's having that kind of trouble? Because it's going to make him look like shit.
Well, they supplied him with all this new carburetor stuff to revamp it to carburetors too. See, because they knew they couldn't get the thing to work right in time for Power Tour, so Holly hooked him up with the carburetor kit.
So they got CIA stuff, cover your ass.
Yeah.
Because he was having that kind of trouble. They should have had a tech guy out there to fix it or figure it out or swap it. And look, it's magically
Well,
fixed.
they had. I mean, it's all computerized control on the laptop, so they can share screens, and the
Yeah,
Holly guy can have the
yeah,
screen
no,
and tune and shit.
that's the
Which
beauty
I
of
know.
it, and the Achilles heel of it can be the technology. It's amazing what you can do. You can have someone who's 10,000 times more qualified than you hook up with a phone or a laptop and fix your car, but it sounds more like there was a mechanical or a hard chip issue within the circuitry or the signals getting to the circuitry that you can't do with a laptop.
Yeah, because it was working, you said, right?
I don't know. I mean, I think it just the combination of the intake manifold, the air above the throttle body. I mean, for hell, all I know, he might have spark plugs in there that are like if he has like race plug. I don't know what spark plugs he has, but if he has like race plugs, some race plugs don't have like modern plugs. They have, God, fuck, I can't remember the name of it, but essentially they like drown out noise, like electrical noise,
Yeah,
because old spark plugs,
it's EMP, it's
you
electromagnetic
get,
pulse.
yeah, you'd like get a hum over the radio with like
Yeah.
older spark plugs. Well, race plugs don't have that because there's no need. Like if he has that, that in itself could mess with the EFI system. So I mean, it just that's the problem with these things. There's so many potential areas that
I'll give you a
can't track
curveball.
them all down.
I'll give you the curveballs. There's something that they coat military vehicles with. It's called metallizing to prevent EMP pulses. So if a nuclear bomb goes off, the bigger thing for electronics is that the EMP fries everything that's digital.
Hmm.
If you coat something with this metallizing, it's like liquid metal they spray on material. It's got a special compound to it. Well, you coat stuff in that, and the EMP can't penetrate effectively. So what he could have done was coat the entire car in that metallizing. It would have only been like $100,000 to coat the car.
It wouldn't have been the car though. He would have had to coat the engine in it.
No, you coat the car and then you put special jacketing on the wiring, or he just could have. It's probably more of, I know it's stupid, but it's probably more the one thing is a carburetor guy trying to do something he doesn't know. It would be like me trying to put a carburetor on that had never been assembled before. I'm out of my element. Could I probably figure it out?
But 6%. There's a difference. You would have been able to have the carburetor function. He can't get the EFI to function. That's the difference.
Yeah, but like you said, there's a lot of things I don't know about the situation. Did he use the right materials? Did he use the right plugs? Does he know enough about how the airflow works? Did he try enough things to figure out what was going on?
EMF mean? Does nothing special.
EMF would be electromagnetic frequency. The EMP is the pulse, which is from like a dirty bomb. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's because I know those throttle body systems have a really hard time on just going from one manifold to the other. There's combinations that it just won't work for whatever reason. The intake manifold design just doesn't allow it to do its thing or something.
You have a very valid point. It's people buy these things because they don't want to fuck around with a carburetor. So they want to buy something, you put it on, it's supposed to work. And if it doesn't, what are you really getting? But the biggest problem is the guys at Holley or Edelbrock or whoever made it, Haltech or any of those companies, they can only account for so many things.
That's right.
Engineering. There's a window of reality. They have to aim it for a base of something that it should be able to work within a range. Well, and he could have also just gotten a bad unit. That is also possible. You can get a bad anything.
Well, especially nowadays. But I mean, to spend that much money and get a bad unit, that would really suck. But no, what was I gonna say? Oh, I lost it. Dang it! I had something to say.
Well, Dan, I think at the end of the day, me and you are carburetor guys. I like the simplicity.
Yeah.
Like
that's what it was. Okay, that's what it was. A throttle body, EFI, actually in the ports, I can understand the theory behind that. It's like in the name of getting gas mileage or something, right? you can like fine tune each, but that's only if
You can
it's
also generate a lot
multi.
of power with that system too. When you can tailor
No, because
we're not talking about. I'm not
power,
talking
no,
about
no, no.
talking
Power,
about big stuff.
air fuel ratio has a lot less to do with power than you would think. But besides the point, most EFI systems aren't sequential injection, though. They're batch fire, where this whole bank fires, then that whole bank fires. I mean, but no, if you have the throttle body on the top of the intake manifold, you're not even getting that benefit because all it can do is just spray into the intake, no different than a carburetor.
Yeah,
You
the fuel.
can't tailor the. You
It's an
can't
electronic
tailor.
carburetor. Effectively, it's an electronic carburetor. Effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, carburetors are atmospherically controlled, where the EFI is. The only difference is the throttle body injects the fuel, where a carburetor, the atmosphere pushes the fuel. That's the difference with
Well, the
that.
carburetor is like
And
a vacuum pump,
I
really.
don't think you can get that big of a gain. The only thing you're getting is rate cold start. That's the only thing you're getting because you're directly injecting the fuel and you're not relying on the engine's ability to pull the fuel. Because a cold engine won't pull as much fuel as a hot engine because things aren't warmed up and everything's not going yet. That's the only benefit you're getting is cold start because you are directly injecting the fuel instead of allowing the atmosphere to push the fuel in. But after that, that's the only benefit those systems can give you. They really can't tailor uh, the fuel. They really can't tailor air fuel ratio all that much, cylinder to cylinder, because it's no different than a carburetor. Sure, you can like spray different amounts at different times, and the computer can sense this, but it's not enough beneficial. If you're going to get EFI, get the actual EFI in the intake, because otherwise you're not achieving the actual benefit of EFI, in my opinion.
No, that's what we were talking about. You're better off having injectors in the rails effectively of the system.
Although then you do lose the charge cooling effect, which means a carburetor will ultimately make more power because it will super chill the air before
to
it
a
gets
certain
into the
level,
intake.
yes. After a certain level, you're not really at that point. You're not.
No, cold fuel will always make power. Doesn't matter what level up the chain you are.
Dan, what I'm talking, the guys that are making dumb ass huge amounts of horsepower are running injection for a reason. They can't. A carburetor cannot keep up with that volume at that RPM and that stuff until you get like in methanol, like Top Fuel. I think technically still a carb, but they're literally their fuel lines are the size of a bigger than a garden hose.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking like dragster stuff here? What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
The big.
They're not running gasoline at that point. They're running like alcohol.
Yes, because gasoline couldn't keep up with it. Gasoline would technically make more power, but it can't be delivered fast enough and burned fast enough.
No, gasoline wouldn't technically make more power than methanol. The BTUs of gasoline does, but you can fit more methanol in the combustion chamber than you can.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. It's a volumetric thing.
It's a volumetric thing, like nitromethane. The reason nitromethane makes power is because you can cram as much of it into the cylinders you want. It holds its own oxygen. Nitromethane. Okay, the amount of degrees you can push the piston, crankshaft rotation, the amount of degrees you can push the piston down, the more power you're going to make. With gasoline, you get about maybe 45 degrees or so crankshaft rotation before it's done. Like you can't get it to push anymore. Nitrous and boost, that crams more in so that it can push for longer. Yeah. Nitromethane pushes the whole time. The only time nitromethane will stop pushing is when the exhaust valve opens. When the exhaust valve opens, it is still in combustion. That's why it's so loud and makes all this noise. And that's why it makes so much power, is because it is literally pushing the crankshaft as far as it will go. That makes
I've
sense.
never heard of someone liking the quadrijet before. Salamo does though.
Well, they are upside down, technically, pickle.
They are interesting.
They are upside down. I mean, it's quadrijet's just another carburetor, really. I mean,
I think it's more people that were raised with Hollies don't. There's so much quadrants are so much different that they just don't. It's apples and oranges.
I mean, quadrijets are cool and they're very mechanical. I don't know if I'd ever run one. I can't. It's like,
yeah. I mean, I like Holly. Holly is just so simple. It's just it's so easy to work with. That's why I like it.
I really hope that I have the 21 Autolite carb that Ford puts on the truck from the factory, because everybody always has the problem with the choke having to be on constantly, and I'd love to know why do people have so many problems with that, because some people don't and some do, and it's like seems to be like
Is
50-50.
Is the choke controlled off of the intake heat on those?
No, just manual choke.
Oh, is it
Mechanical
manual choke?
I mean. Yeah,
Oh,
just,
it's
you pull the
pull?
knob, it comes out. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what my Edelbrock has. Oh, I don't know why then. No
It's
idea.
like they'll run lean and they'll stall like at idle. They won't idle at all. It's really weird. Seems like, yeah, a lot of people have issues with it and some don't. Some swear by them, some hate those carburetors. I'd love to know. I would love to tear one apart and see if I could fix it, because I don't know why so many people have trouble with it.
I don't think it's a carburetor thing. I think it's what the carburetor's on top of thing.
Or
Could
what?
be.
How old the carburetor hasn't been maintained.
Yeah, that could
I
be
mean,
too.
What's there to really maintain with a carburetor?
It still
Well, I
has
mean-
bushings and parts that can wear out over time, Dan.
That's right. I mean,
No,
if
that
you have a
you talked about that in your stuff, where the throttles, the shafts that go through the bodies can
Yeah.
actually end up leaking.
and
It
I
still
happen, I
runs,
know
though.
that on cheap carburetors
Still
too.
runs. It
know
won't
on
cause
cheap
it not to
carburetors.
run.
It's caused to run like shit. I forgot.
Runs,
We're not using standards. We're using whatever the standard of the day is. Okay.
Well, really,
I
a
know that
throttle
on cheap
throttle
carburetors
shaft pushing is
they
only
don't
going
have
to
seals.
affect the idle. It's not really going to affect anything past the idle in any significant amount.
No, but you could run your engine lean, which you could damage the cylinder holes.
Well, yeah, but most of the time you're probably going to have problems with choke and idle anyways, I would assume.
I know that cheap carburetors, a lot of them don't have seals or bushings around the throttle, the throttle shafts. And when they get heat soaked, metal expands when it gets hot, and that becomes a vacuum leak or big air leak. So they run lean. So I think that's probably where people go wrong, is they don't check those seals and causes air leak when the engine gets warm, would be my guess. Or maybe even when it's cold, because it's just so warm. That would be my first place.
The biggest thing is you also have to ask them how often they drive it. What do they do for it? How much do they let it get warm? Do they run it through and cycle it? The more you let a car sit, the worse it's going to behave.
Oh yeah,
these things want to be exercised.
They do. They want to be used. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. I agree. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it's kind of like quadrijets too. Like some people swear by them, some don't. It's like Slimo said. Where I don't know where that went now, but it's already up on screen. he said he knows how to keep them from bogging out. So, there's a fix for everything, I guess, right?
So Slimo is a quadrijet whisperer.
Seems to be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Some people swear by those carbs, some people don't.
I know a lot of people hate the Holly carb just because they can't get it to work, because a Holly has so much tunability to it that
it does, yeah.
it's easy to get it out of tune if you completely have no idea what you're doing.
But that's also what makes it easy to keep in tune and keep for longer period of time though, because you are able to tune it like in like forever. Like this is
Yeah.
I won't say it's a forever piece of machinery that you own, but you'll have it for a long time before you need to replace it.
Really, I mean,
Here's
there's nothing inside of a carburetor that's ever going to like deteriorate to the point where you'd have to really throw it away, aside from an odd bushing. But
Well-
like the metering block is never going to like deteriorate. You know, the fuel bowl's never going to deteriorate. The main body's never going to deteriorate on it. I mean,
and
that stuff
floats,
can be hundreds of years old and
floats,
work just fine.
floats,
Wait, what?
floats.
Floats. Well, there's a couple little things, yeah, that could go wrong.
Well, I
Your
mean,
float could have
a
a hole in
float,
it.
yeah, if it has a hole in it, but if it never gets a hole in it, it's never going to.
A hole is
No.
a fairly common thing. The damage to them is fairly common.
You know,
'Cause
your
they're
needle
so-
and seat might not seat
in-
properly. You know, there's a couple things that could go wrong. I mean, you know,
And also, the biggest,
Usually you get like schmutz like stuck in the needle and seat's the problem.
yeah,
You just take it out, you clean it off, and put it back in.
and part of my preference of fuel injection, which I've forgotten to mention this before, is carburetors and off kilter 4-wheel drive stuff don't tend to mix real well. We'll see more people running even base level TBI stuff because when you're upside down and sideways on purpose, carbs
That
tend
makes
not
sense.
to like to feed. So that's a big part of why I've always leaned more towards fuel injection, because for the stuff I prefer, fuel injection does tend to work better.
that makes sense. I can understand. And like I said before, I think I said it in the live stream. They both have their time and place. You know, it depends on what you're going to be using them for. I mean, carburetors can pretty much be used on anything, and so can E5. But I mean, if you're okay with a carburetor and you know how to get around one and keep one in tune, then just keep the damn thing on. And if you don't know what you're doing and you just want something that's you're not going to have to, you're going to replace in 5 years or something, just buy a new car with something with EFI because it'll serve you well. It's just one of
Unless
those.
you got
There you go,
unless
guys.
you got an old Chevy on going to Power Tour, then you probably should go with carburetor.
Probably.
What's that now?
What is this? Yeah.
Some truck?
Mm-hmm. We had a car show I went to today. Very 70s.
I like it.
Sorry, can't help. Can't get much closer to it.
Is it a step side?
Yep.
I like step sides, yeah.
Yeah, it's very 70s. Everything's fitting Frenched and
Is that I see that group that you invited me. I think you invited me into on Instagram. Isn't it cool? And they always got cool pictures up of trucks.
the
Stalkers.
Forger thing, or
Yeah,
no, Stalkers and Lockers.
Yeah.
That's a David Freiberger thing. It sounded like what you would be looking at for trucks. It's something it's basically looks the same as it did. You know, I think that what they're calling it lately is grandpa mods. It's like grill guards and tachometers with nothing, you know, tall knobby tires, nothing.
Yeah.
If it didn't make it work better, it didn't get put on.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really, a lot of
The
them are so
David
cool.
Freiberger thing?
Yeah, it's he's got a lot of like there's I don't know how active you are on any of that stuff, but
I
he's
don't
got a
trust
lot of
that guy
random
as far as I could throw him.
I'm sorry.
I don't trust that guy as far as I could throw him, and I couldn't throw him that far.
I don't care about the liking him or not or throwing him or not. It's more
I
of
don't know the guy, so I can't trust him. Can't really give you an opinion on him. He's a good host for TV and everything.
He wears flip flops in places he really shouldn't, and he
he's from
thinks he's
California.
on top of the world.
Dan, he's in California. Yeah, there's no such thing as winter there.
He
When I lived in Florida, I wore,
Alaska wore flip flops.
yes, it's also
crazy.
called planning. But dude, when I lived in Florida, I was barefoot most of the time, and half the animals down there can eat you or sting you or kill you. So
I would be barefoot too. I don't blame you.
I don't think I'd be barefoot in places.
you get used to it. I can't do it anymore, but that's beside the point. But no, he's got a bunch of those like junkyard stuff, the stalkers, walkers. I don't like or dislike him. There's things about him that I find interesting.
Yeah.
He's got a good knowledge base. There's things he does that annoy the absolute shit out of me.
Oh yeah, me too.
that's going to happen with anybody.
It is.
If I apples to oranges, I would rather hang out with Finnegan than Freiberger. But that's
Yeah, I would too. Finnegan's a great guy. I like Finnegan. Yeah.
Finnegan
Freiberger's
seems
alright.
good. Yeah.
I do like Finnegan.
like
Do
a
they
lot.
still do that old Roadkill show? I used to watch that when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
it's
Geez,
still
years
on
ago.
Motor Trend. I let my subscription lapse. I actually got to go back and redo. There's enough on it here and there that I'll probably get it again. But
Yeah.
I
Roadkill's
after
pretty
they
much
made you
gone
pay for the
downhill.
episodes on Motor Trend, I just stopped watching. It's so expensive. I just couldn't afford it.
Oh,
Right?
I think I said it on the live stream the other night. They had Top Gear on it, the original Top Gear, and I would watch that at night when I was getting ready to go to bed. Well, they just took it off and just didn't say anything. And so I'm asking customer service for a month, where the fuck is Roadkill? And they never said anything. Motor Trend, the people that do the shows, I like most of them. Motor Trend, the app and the service completely suck. It's garbage. It doesn't work right half the time.
Oh, yeah.
They never try to fix anything.
Well, they go months and months without releasing anything.
They started, 2 or 3 years ago, they started where they would release a chunk of shows a month, and then 3 months later they'd release another chunk. It was like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to destroy the product? Because nobody's going to watch this crap or remember what happened if you dump 4 episodes and it's 3 months before I see another one.
And they did that. And when they used to be on YouTube, and there was an episode every month. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, every month.
The only thing that was still monthly was Roadkill.
Yeah, and that was perfect. That was enough.
Egg.
Each episode's like 40 minutes long. You'd sit down, you'd watch it, and then you don't forget it in a month. But when you go on like 2-3 months and then another episode comes out, that's just ridiculous.
That was the funny thing. They started making some of the other shows longer, and they don't hold up. There's not enough content in them for them to be 40 minutes. They're barely good at 20 minutes, and it's one of those things where it's all this dead filler, and it's like this isn't. I don't. Especially now that I'm with editing all this crap, it's like I cut so much out. It's like, why are you showing me this shit? Show me what I need to know. Show me some steps. Do something funny. Leave me alone. Keep it moving. If it needs to be 20 minutes, great. If it needs to be 40, great. Don't just magically make it this. I think they started doing that because they're playing them on TV now. Because all those shows
I think
are now played to that TV format of, before they were whatever length they were, but now they're trying to fit them into the TVs. Because they replay all that crap on their TV channels.
I'm shocked that they didn't stick with YouTube, though. I mean, they would have made it big. Like, they would have had millions of subscribers, and they would have made lots of money.
There's too much money involved with Discovery stuff and everything else. When Discovery bought them, it changed everything.
It did, yeah. That was the end of it, right? It's too bad because they're doing that with My Script Garage now, too. And he's just so good, but he's going to get ruined by these TV shows, like these people trying to buy him.
I'm sorry,
the guy sells like this refinisher something in a can now. I mean, he's past the ghost.
I'm sorry, I missed whoever Pickle mentioned. I missed.
Oh, My Script Garage, Derek.
Yeah, he's got the shine do like something now, and all of the mannerisms are fake at this point. It's all an act. And
I tried to watch the show he has at Motor Trend, and it still had the beats and stuff of what he did.
It was so staged.
But that stuff works when it's him filming himself. It doesn't work when there's 8 guys around him and they're staging. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I like him a lot. He seems like an incredibly nice guy.
He's a great guy.
He's only had 1 season on that Motor Trend thing.
No,
not another season.
No, there's 2.
There is 2, yeah.
Not on the Motor Trend app, there isn't.
Yeah, there's a new one now. They just shot him.
Where?
I don't like
they just started shooting him. They're going to be out in the next month or 2, I believe. They've already shot all the seasons. They for stuff like that, they'll shoot for a couple of months at a time, and then you won't see it for months and months.
Apparently, they call flip flops in Australia thongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and his stuff competes with Sweet Patina and
never heard of it.
Poppy's Patina. They do the same thing. It's like a clear coat in a can. It's I don't know if they're the same exact thing, but it's the same principle. I don't blame him for what he's doing. He's making all the money he can.
Oh, I don't either. But I miss the days like when he'd go and find like a Cadillac in a field, and he'd take the air cleaner and just chuck it off behind him. That was funny. I like
Well,
that. That was like his
notice-
actual reaction.
Now that's a guy who's sponsored by Holly because, oh, we got this 6-cylinder in here. Time to sniper EFI it. It's like, I don't want to watch another one of those, guy. I really don't. You have sniper EFI like on every. It's like we get it, all right. You're getting a chunk of change for it. Like, please just
You know, and the
no.
reality of it is, though, even with the money he's making off YouTube, he couldn't afford to do what he's doing without those sponsorships. There's just no way.
It's probably true. It's so expensive to do what he does, right?
Because he's,
Yeah.
I think I was watching something. He's got at least 100 cars at his house, and,
Oh, yeah.
and there's cars in other states as well. You can't do what he's done for the time he's done it and not have somebody helping you because there's just no way. And
It is. It's impossible. He got too big. He overgrew YouTube.
even his bad videos are almost 1 million views within a week. His good videos are 1 million views within like 2 days. And then he's got his kids have a channel. He's got another channel, his house crap or something. I like the guy. I would not want to be that big. I think you do at some point you kind of have to sell your soul. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, me neither.
But I also don't have a wife and 3 kids. So
Well, that's why I like Junkyard Diggs and Mook, because I like what they do. They got a fine car collection. I mean, I don't know how many they got, but they still fix them up. They sell them. They're not overgrowing YouTube. Like, they're not outgrowing YouTube. They're making a decent profit. I think they're almost at 1 million subscribers. They're entertaining. They're informative. I just like them. They're wild.
no, I started watching him like one of the first or second episodes that I saw of his stuff, and he was, I think, just going into the military. So it was long enough ago that he was like 19.
Oh yeah, he was young.
He was
like my
extremely
age.
young.
Yeah, he's not very. I don't know how old he is now, but yeah, he wasn't
Early
much
20s. So
older.
I think he graduated from engineering. I don't know in what, and he's out of the military. So I want to say mid 20s probably at best.
Yeah, he's not a whole lot older than I am. He's pretty young.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, Pickle? Come on, let's go.
What?
Come on, snap to it.
Oh, oh, don't worry, it's coming. I just gotta move first. That's all. I know.
Come on, we want to ride on the Pickle's coattails. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, we want to watch this whole process of you moving
Yeah.
here, Pickle.
We
You're
want
gonna see
to
it. I'm
watch.
gonna record.
We want to watch you bloom into a beautiful YouTube flower where we can go. We know that Pickle guy. We used to make fun of him when he had 40 subscribers.
Aren't you building a goddamn house, Pickle? Why isn't any of that content up on YouTube?
Well, the house is already built. I never recorded. I should have, because I wasn't on YouTube at the time, but I should have.
Well, aren't you
Like
doing
you
the
said,
finishing touches?
Well, I'm actually going to have to push here for Dan. You know that room you're in? How now it has like walls and a roof, and like last week it didn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why isn't any of that on YouTube?
Well, 2 reasons. One,
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Here
I'm
we
a
go.
really shitty plasterer.
So
So, well,
6% would say I'm a really shitty car builder. What's your
Nope.
point?
Nobody's bad at anything with editing, Pickle. You're only as bad as you're willing to show people you're.
I guess that's
And
true,
Dan, I'm
yeah.
not a bad car builder. You're a bad car builder. Nah.
That's literally what I just said. I just said
That is what he said.
6%. I said you would say I'm a bad car builder, but what's your point, Pickle?
Huh?
And then you just confirmed what I just.
I was replying to what I thought you said. I don't think you're bad at anything. Actually, I wouldn't.
No, you confirmed exactly what I just said.
I was actually responding to what I thought you said, you knucklehead. What
I think it's
Knucklehead.
funnier this way.
No, this is 100% honest. I wouldn't give you half the shit I give you if I thought you were an idiot.
Why
think
no?
you're an idiot. Some of the shit you come up with does make me go, what the fuck? I don't think you're more, I wouldn't give you the time of day.
It's just shit in my daily life. 6%. Like the tires, right? Those tires are got to be the 80s, 70s, right? I burn the shit out of those things on the highway, and you're sitting over here like torquing your lug nuts to the proper
Yes.
spec. It's like we are two different sides of same coin.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
like I
hilarious.
said before, I did this shit for a living. That's what you do when you do
That
these
is
things.
what you do. Every
When
time I
you're-
take a tire off, I
when
torque
you're-
I
it.
did
That's-
when
tire
it's your
rotations.
car, Dan, when it's
I
your
didn't
car,
just change oil. I did tire rotations and shit too.
I'm not talking about stuff like I'm not talking about at that level. The stuff I was doing was prototype and things where they actually the torque values actually would matter for some of these things. The way you tested it, part of torquing and everything else, the sequencing of a lot of stuff we were doing was on purpose because we were testing not only durability, the wear items, and the indicate. We got to remember there were I built a V10 Navigator with a 5-speed manual transmission in for testing.
Futures pickle.
Yes, the future is pickle. I put 50 thermocouples in a freaking catalytic converter for testing. Okay, this is where I came from. I did things that needed to be done. They had to be done as best humanly possible, and everything had to be done correctly or as correctly as it could be. So that's where my mind is always going to be. I'm not doing this shit on my own. If it was just my car, do whatever you want, but I carry that into what I do now.
Yeah, this was what
Right,
you
but
did
like
for like a movie
I'm
set
just
and for
sitting,
other people.
like I'm just sitting here imagining you like torquing
Hey,
the water neck. Just
witty.
No, I did that in my Cherokee video. You can see me torquing it to spec.
oh, okay. So again, you proved my point. Like okay, like I have a video. It's probably oh god. Well, now it's one of the first videos on my
Oh hell,
channel.
nobody's back.
Yeah,
He is
Woody's back. Where where I took the water neck. I was replacing the thermostat on the Cutlass because I was thinking that was the overheating issue on the side of the road. It didn't turn out to be. But like I took the water neck off and just saw like this multi-gasketed mess of just shit. Changed the thermostat and just put it right back. It worked fine. Yeah, just like, that's fine. And you're over here like perfectly detailing.
Yeah, because but also like I said before, if I did what you did, it wouldn't work for me. It never does.
It wouldn't. No, it wouldn't work for me either.
It would work for you, Pickle. We're of the same mind. Okay. It would work for
And
you.
look, we might be both have the mindset of like a 7-year-old man. We do not have the same mind, I assure you.
No, it's charmed life, not charmed, not.
I'm not sure.
I did just think of something
Guarantee
because you were speaking of, the videos and stuff here. There is
Okay.
2 trucks here on this island that I wanted to look at, so maybe I'll get to look at those before we leave because there's 2. There's one that actually looks really nice that I can afford, or it might not even be for sale. I'm not sure. And there's another one that's, well, I think I mentioned this one before. It's orange and it's an old plow truck, but it was only used for a little tiny parking lot. So it didn't see a whole lot of use. It wasn't plowing, roads or heavily salted roads its whole life. So it's in pretty good shape by the looks of it. I'll check them out. But yeah.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, Pickle. Are you doing any kind of shorts?
I do some of them. Yeah, I haven't posted anything in a little bit because, like I said, I've been really busy. But
YouTube hates it when you do that, by the way. If you
Wow.
go like more than 48 hours without posting something, YouTube hates you
Why is that?
because YouTube algorithm.
You're all at the end of the day, all you're doing is feeding the AI. You're feeding the algorithm. That's all I'm doing. That's why I'm doing 12 to 15 fucking videos a week right now because I'm trying to hit a goal.
I never thought about that. Yeah, what you guys are saying does have some truth to it because that makes sense because you're going to get recommended to people depending on what it is.
But the funny thing is, when I was putting out maybe one short every 2-3 days, I would have mostly higher watch numbers. I'm putting out more stuff, and the watch numbers are about equal. The 12 are about equal to about 4 in terms of watch hours for the or watch views, whatever the hell it is for shorts. So I don't, and it's completely random. The only thing I would suggest with the shorts is simply that when you don't post anything for a certain amount of time, it falls off.
Me too. Who does
It
nothing?
does. Yeah, they're more like all we're doing is feeding. We're feeding the machine. But if you don't have a build something, you're not doing something. You just put up a short, hey, this or dog is something funny or progress update. We redid this room. You take a shot before, take a shot after. You don't have to show what's going on. They don't have to be more than 10 seconds. Just something to keep yourself in the space.
Well, I mean, the more videos you have out there, the greater percentage of chance there is of somebody seeing your channel.
Yeah,
Okay?
and you never
I have videos. If you watch the analytics, videos last year they went up, they flatlined, and then all of a sudden they're coming up, right? Because YouTube will recommend your videos from like last year. All of a sudden, the shit you did a year or two ago is all of a sudden going to get like thousands of views just randomly. Just and the more videos you have in the bank, the more opportunities of them doing that. Thus, the more subscriber count you'll end up getting.
And don't aim for shit, but even if you think something isn't going to work, don't not put it out. I've got the dumber the short is for me, the better it does. Or the more I put like 20 of those quick car things from the shows up. And the most popular one is a 65 Ford Fairlane 500. That has like 1,400 views. Everything else is highest is like 900. And it was the first car I saw, and it's the shortest video with the least detail. And that one it is so completely random. You never know what's going to work. Truly, I don't know if Dan's found a formula for it, but I certainly haven't.
Well, the formula is quantity. That's the formula, just quantity.
Yeah, it's a Play-Doh.
And quirky, quirky is a good one too. Like like the gas pedal thing. Vibrating gas pedal. Oh, she's ready to run. Oh, people they wanted to click on that, because it had a foot gas pedal in it.
Oh yeah, and if you say cop car getting towed, lots of people watch that. So
yeah, exactly. Like, just remember, you can't pick your thumbnail for a short.
That's the biggest problem.
So whatever short you have, just make sure that the consistency of the short is focused on something visually that people want to look at.
The description is important, but that's why if you look at my videos, my shorts, there's a graphic in it running that says whatever the car is in some portion of the screen that you can see, because otherwise I don't know what random stupid thing they're going to take out of the video is the focus. So I try to put something like 1970 AMC whatever, and I try to make it so that when you see it in the thumb and when you see it on the screen and you see the 5 other things, whatever else is up there, you're going to see what this is, because it's probably going to be some random clip of like the corner of a seat, because it took it as I'm panning, and it's not meant to be viewed singularly. It's meant to be continual. That's why I putting that phrasing in there, and that has helped me. I don't know if you guys do, but that has helped me, because I had shit luck. I thought I did some real neat stuff with the shorts, and then if I didn't, and it would pick the most random stupid snippet of time, and it would get no views. And it was just I'm trying to find ways to make it so that at least I'm helping myself. Now, there's no guarantee of anything working, but it helps.
Also, if you can manufacture a comment, that would help you too. This is what I mean by that, okay? I have a short that is like well over 2 million views, right? And the title of the short is how to get a free or old school free cold air intake. It's when I raise the back of the hood up.
Yeah,
cooler air for the carburetor I can't even tell you the actual number of comments I have that says that's not a cold air intake. Thousands of comments. But you know what? Every time they comment that's interaction, and it just
I'm not kidding. That YouTube suggested that video to me about a month ago, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know Dan had a new thing on his Mustang. And I looked at the date after that, and I'm like, doesn't look quite the same. It's like it was from 2021 or 22 or whatever it was.
I've seen that.
I had a
Yeah,
scarf.
I've seen that short.
I had a
video where-
scarf
Mascot.
on.
You were very much Scooby Doo. Yeah.
No, it was a scarf. It was just tied. But people commented about that too. And then people go, oh, that doesn't work. Like, there were so many comments that people could potentially make on this video, but it just skyrocketed the views. Or like the open headers lose power video. That was a short too. People went nuts. They were like, you're an idiot. Oh, that's why dragsters don't have, it's like, oh, tell that to a top fuel dragster. It's like, that's apples and oranges, guy. That's two completely different things. But
it's actually
they would comment it, and it would just boost the video.
And that's actually one of the only big differences between us. I don't want that heat. You're just gimme.
Bring it on.
If you want to grow on YouTube, that's the way to do it.
I get
like
it.
Every big YouTuber has people who hate them. That's just it's a given. It's a given.
I understand that part of it, but I don't want to actively go after it. I don't have that much time in my life to deal with that bullshit.
You don't have to deal with it. It's a comment. You can just you can ignore it. You think I'm still responding to the 100,000th comment of that's not an air or that's not a cold air intake? No, yes. I just ignore them. I ignore them at this point. Yeah,
it's easier to do when you have comments. I have comment.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, okay. I mean, okay.
I'm being silly, but it's different. It's different when you have 10 or 15 comments on a video. When you got a few 100,000 comments in a video, I don't know what that would be like to try to respond to.
There would be times I would wait, like during the heat of that, right? There would be times I'd wake up and I'd have 100 comments, and I'd try to go through them all. Eventually there just wasn't enough time in the day to go through them. It has since stopped that. Like I had major growth November and December. Then it went back down to normal, but. Yeah, no, those two, like the most controversial like videos that manufactured essentially comments, like if you can make a video and you already know thousands of people are going to comment nitpicking you on one aspect of the video, I mean, that's all it is just boosting your algorithm.
Yeah, as long as you have people watching and it's like these live streams we do. How many people don't really come back and watch live streams? I mean, unless you're live, nobody's going to sit down for like 3 hours unless they really love watching.
Surprisingly, they do. They the live stream views will double usually.
Yeah,
they went up.
Yeah, my live streams, like let's say they're by the time the next one comes out, I've gotten about 80% more views over again, whatever it made the first time.
Yeah.
And I've got a very small sample size, but people are actually watching the live streams.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's pretty crazy, huh? I wouldn't have thought that. It's pretty crazy that somebody to sit down and watch 3 hours of video, because I mean we're at 3 hours. We're at 3.5 hours here. I'm going to shut her down here in the next couple of minutes.
Like for me, I'll do it if I'm in the garage or something because I don't want to play music or whatever. But it's background noise or it's a topic I want to hear about, but I don't really want to pay attention to it. So I'll have it going in the background when I'm doing something else.
True, I do that a lot. Yeah,
tidbits.
The things we say are still funny even after the fact.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They still get enjoyment out of rewatching it.
This dumb shit is still dumb shit in a week from now. So.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I would just suggest try a short or two. Try to do a short every couple of days on a consistent basis, even if it's something random like dog plane or even starting a tractor. You just never know what'll hit. I mean, don't try to make dumb shit, but just if something pops in your brain, try to film it, see if it works. If it doesn't, then no big deal, but give it a shot.
Go ahead and make
I
dumb
wasn't
shit.
big
Dumb
on
shit sells. Dumb shit will sell.
yeah, but I'm not. I don't like short form stuff. My brain doesn't work like that. I want time to I want to tell a story, so they're harder for me to do.
You can't tell a story on shorts.
That's the thing, and that's what I'm trying. I'm starting to
Hard to
realize. I'm trying to. It's great for car show stuff because there's nothing but music in the background. Shot from the front, shot from the side, back, interior, engine, done. Just bip, 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 bip. 30 seconds, whatever.
And really, I mean, I know, like, truth be told, and I know you're kind of at the opposite spectrum of that 6% with the way you do your videos. But truth be told, Pickle, the tighter you can, how do I explain it? Editing is going to be your worst nightmare. So the less time you have to edit a video, the better. Like, take my videos, right? You see about 90% of what I do in the video.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I only have to edit out the beginning part where I turn on the camera and the end part where I turn off the camera. Everything else is basically in there, unless I like add a little, picture or something somewhere, right? But my editing time, like, I can record a video, edit it, and have it uploading in like a 2-hour window. Right? So
Yeah,
you can literally see what I just did in real time. And that way you can pump out content without getting burned out.
And
like
that doesn't work for what I'm doing. Like when I shot that response video to you, that took me about an hour to film and about an hour and a half to edit it up because I shot it in so many different locations. And that's extremely fast for me, but I can't do that with the build videos. It just doesn't work. You're maybe seeing 15 or 20% of what I've shot because I never know what it's going to look like. I want to get something interesting or something silly. It just doesn't work, especially with the projects that I'm doing. But you got to also, I'm extremely tight on my edits. You don't hear me breathe. I don't make, if I show you doing something once, I'll show you snippets of the next ones. I'm not going to, I'm trying to make it so you keep watching it, which has helped me, but it's extremely labor intensive.
But the problem with it, like once you start getting monetized, right? And the more you start thinking of this as more in terms of a business rather than just a hobby, like, you're not there yet. But and I know, like, once you start making money, then all of a sudden you start realizing, oh, well, how do I make more of this, right?
Naturally, yeah.
Naturally. I mean, you can say in the beginning, it's like, well, it's not really for the money. I just want it. But once you start getting the money, it's like, well, it'd be nice if I had a little more.
Oh no, trust me, I'm not in this for the fun of it. It's great that it happens, but I do need to. This is how I'm going to make a living if I am going to at this point.
So then, once you're monetized, you make your own dollar per hour.
Mm-hmm.
The more hours you put into making a dollar, the less efficient your business is, right? The less time you are spending making $1, the more profitable your business all of a sudden is.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
You're correct. But that's also why I'm not. I can't change that aspect of what I'm doing, but that's why I'm doing the Michigan Made tour stuff. That's why I'm doing all these other things where I can go spend 3 hours at a business in a day of my life, and once I get moving with it and get better at figuring out how to shoot that stuff because it's a different environment with noise and talking to people, and I'm figuring out I've got to shoot the intros afterwards because they're too nervous when you bring the camera in their face. So I've got to start doing that. There's different ways to do it, but that's where because these are only going to work so much longer. This body's only going to be functional. I've got 5-10 years if I'm lucky before I'm in a chair or something. So I'm trying to capitalize as much as I possibly can and get to a point where I'm able to do other things that aren't requiring me to lay underneath the car because I'm not going to be able to do it. It's hard enough for me to do it now. Trust me, half of what I'm editing out is me, wincing in pain or doing who knows what, trying to stop whatever's hurting. And I'm trying not to show that because it's going to get old even for me after a while because I got to look at it all the time. But I'm trying to find other things to do within this space.
Right.
I've got two more hopefully lined up for the next 2 to 3 weeks. See what happens. It's all until it happens, who knows? But that's why I'm trying to, my channel, I don't want it to just be about cars. I want it to be about whatever I find interesting. So it's trying new things.
Juan says he's sorry to hear that.
Oh, Juan, I'm not saying that to complain. I'm not saying that to have anybody feel sorry for me. It's the way it is. I'm trying to accommodate it to the best of my ability. And it's still better than being dead because I would have been dead since 2017 by now. So.
Well, that's true. You're on the right side of the sod. That's what I always say.
This side of the dirt is always better. I have most of my days are better than the one before. Some of them suck. Everybody has them. But no, you are correct. I've gotten to a point where I've started to I've changed the way I talk in the videos. I won't, if I mess something up, I'll just start over again rather than trying to spend 4 minutes editing me saying something. I clean it up or cut it out.
Yeah,
I try to shoot things where, like I said, I'll shoot me doing it one time, and then maybe I'll do something high speed of it, something else, because I think it's important. If you don't know what I'm doing, it makes more sense if I show you why I moved something in a certain way. Maybe it'll click in somebody's head that, okay, how does that box fit in that hole? Well, you got to do this. So I do want it to be informative and entertaining. You trying to, in a way, I'm trying to get the vice script method where all of his shit's long form, and it's a balance between his personality and him actually showing you stuff. Most of the time, it's mostly more his personality. He doesn't really show you very much of anything anymore. When he started off, he showed you a ton of shit, and now it's part of his. He hits his beats and knows what he's got to do. He's got a formula down. That's part of it. It's getting to where you know how to do it, but I still want to be. I mean, I showed people how to do things for a living. That's how my brain works. So I want to say, well, okay, we'll take this apart, but I want it to be entertaining, and I want to try to find a way to balance it out. But no, I trust me. Like editing the shorts or editing that video that I shot, the response video, that was like that. That was 2-3 hours of my life and almost a 7-minute video. But I for building stuff, I just can't do it.
Yeah. But Pickle, thing is, you're starting out, and you don't even have a format yet. Keep that stuff in mind. Everybody does things a little bit differently, but just
you gotta find what works for you.
We're giving you tips, right? Like we're giving you tips and tricks, and you got to build your own thing off of whatever you got going.
Yeah, and what works for me might not work for you, and what worked for me might not work for him, or vice versa. Everybody seems to have that little. There's something about you that people will find interesting, and you got to figure out what that is. At the end of the day, and like you said, everybody's a little different, and
everyone's a little different. I mean, each content's a little bit. People. I don't know. It's all about what you can do to maximize what you're doing, right? Like, I'll take the car out. I'll film me like doing 1 or 2 launches. Then I can just go back and like just talk about what I saw in the launches, Like doing the 1 or 2 test hits was really the work. Then the rest of the video is just me talking.
Yeah.
Not doing any work at all. So yeah.
I have engineer brain, so if I just sit and talk, I become extremely long-winded. So I try to
Me too.
I want to. This is what I keep in my head. I want to say as much as humanly possible in as few words as I can. I want to hit these 3 things are important. How do I say that quickly and to the point without prattling on and yada yada yabber 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 jibber jabber bullshit?
And ironically, I use the term, but you got to break it down into topics. Like, okay, realistically, the videos where I just do like the test hit and then talk about it, even like way back when we discovered the motor mount thing, right? Really, I could have done all those videos in one video off of one test launch because let's face it, all the launches were basically the same. That's just the entertainment part where you get to see burning rubber. Like I could have made all that into one like comprehensive video, but it's like, nah, I'll talk about this one thing that the suspension's doing. Bam, video. Or I'll talk about this one aspect of what I'm gonna, do. Bam. Like I am taking, like I'm making, cookies and I'm using like the small cookie cutter and just making as many fucking cookies out of the one, big pile of
Right.
dough as humanly possible.
No,
Like I break her down, but like you know,
and
they're quality cookies. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like I put sprinkles on them, to dress them up a little bit. But realistically, it's just like I will talk about the suspension raising about that much. That's a whole video. So, I mean, it's got a lot of like nuance to it, but it's essentially at the end of the day, all I'm
Big
talking about is
entertainment.
just dink to dink.
oh, and that's the funny thing. I know that the fact that I'm working on the Chambler 90% of the time is actually hurting my channel because there's no variety. So
Yeah.
but I can't not because it has to get finished. But I'm doing brakes on the Comanche. I'm working on that car that may be or maybe not be mine. That Avenger. I got other shit. I'm doing an oil change on the Cherokee.
Nice.
Tom has a
I got to
good
do an update on
suggestion
that.
for you,
I
Dan.
pulled trees down in my backyard with the damn Wrangler, so I'm trying to. That stuff's got to come in. I've just got to find the time to do it, the work and the editing and everything else. It's when you're the one man band with all the crap, those guys where it's a guitar and the cymbals on their knees and all that shit.
How to cook an egg on an engine block.
Engine block burritos. I'm assuming that's a No Name Nationals staple food, but
Hey, you know what? You could
I
put
gotta
like
get.
a can of beans on your, well, I don't know about the exhaust header, but somewhere where the engine gets hot, and you could probably warm them up pretty nice.
The intake
Oh,
manifold. You can make engine block burritos all you want. You just put it on the intake manifold and drive. And strap it in aluminum
yeah.
foil.
I mean, yeah,
There you
it's
go.
it's at least 100, 200 degrees under the hood. It sometimes it'll cook shit.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it the more I'm in the next month as things start to become where I can feed these videos in of me doing other stuff, it's going to help. It's going to bring more different people in because I love my core group of people that are always there watching my stuff, which I think is awesome. But I need that to expand. I need to broaden it back out because my stupid Cherokee videos, when I was putting out stuff for it, every one of those videos would hit 1,000 views a minimum, and now I'm lucky to hit 100 right now. So there's definitely, I can see it altering and tailoring, and that's why I feel bad doing all these shorts, but I got to push the subscriber count up. I got to get more people exposed to what I've got out there. Updating the videos has helped. Every one of my Chandler videos, when I put it in that, first suggested video, when it hits 300 views, I put the next one up. When that hits 300 views, I put the next one up. So I'm constantly refreshing them and pushing up the viewer counts, which helps.
Are you putting end screens in your
I am
videos?
now. I started
You
that
are
last
not.
week.
Okay.
You said it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going back to my older stuff, and I'm putting hashtags. I'm updating the thumbnails. I'm not changing the videos. They are what they are. I'm not getting that involved in it. But I think I mentioned that before. Doing that for some videos made no difference. For other videos, it was 10, 15 view a week increase just on those little things.
Seems to me that whenever I just jump into a video and don't have intros or outros, it seems like they get the most views on my channel. The two that don't have an intro or an outro have done better than the ones that do.
Don't have intros necessarily. You can have like a little outro with your end screen, but don't have a intro. Like if the first thing they see when they click on the video is just some poppycock, whatever you put together that's supposed to be entertaining, they'll just click off it. Like I do a hook. I come in, I say one thing or I give a hook, then I'll do my little 7 second, whatever it is, 7 seconds. Now that's how long it is. That panel screen, whatever, 7 seconds. Then it goes right into whatever we were talking about. Then at the end, 15 seconds. That's how long the Tom panel thing, because that's how long the generic. Whenever you just click end screen on YouTube and it pops it up, that's how long it is. That way I don't have to edit anything. It's just boop, done.
Done.
Yeah, I do a stinger at the beginning, something I pick from the video that I think's funny or interesting, and 4 or 5 seconds. Intro card, which is strictly the thumbnail. I take the thumbnail and put it in the video so that it matches with something of Tom's is music. So that's 4 seconds. It all depends. It's getting shorter as I'm doing these more. And then I do a 10, 15 second description of what I'm doing in the video, right into it. And then at the outro is what I'm likely going to do in the next video. Thanks for watching. And then I start doing the end cards.
Yeah. You got to have a catchphrase at the end. Catchphrase is important.
I don't have a catchphrase. I'm not a catchphrase
Oh,
guy.
here.
Well, yeah, you do. You say, "Well, thanks for watching," but that's technically a catchphrase.
Yeah, but it's generic and it's different sort of every time. I don't
Well-
have I haven't developed anything standard yet.
Oh, I got the "I'll catch you next time." That's what I do.
Yeah,
But,
I have nothing feels. It feels like I'm a door-to-door salesman when I do that shit. I haven't. figured
Yeah,
out-
me too.
Oh, you will. That never goes away. You will. But
No,
no, but
I don't like that feeling, so I try to avoid it if I can.
oh,
Me too.
well,
I feel so cheesy and so like generic, Like I understand how you feel. It's
Like
a hard
Tommy
one to
Boy,
describe.
I
Yeah,
can
but
catch a
our
popsicle.
job is
like
our
gloves.
job is to entertain, not to feel comfortable.
Well, yeah, but I
Um,
feel better when I'm self-defecating with the humor. Like, well, watch my shit at the end of the video that I made in response to you. It's
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the generator I was just working on. I did the same thing you did 60%, where I took a clip out of the video. I electrocuted myself by accident when I was testing for Spark, and I put that in the beginning. That was like the first 10 seconds of the
It's
video.
the teaser, the hook, the whatever
Yeah.
you call it.
Yeah,
It's
like
whatever. It's that.
the
It's
hook.
you want
Yeah.
to you want to set the bait. You want to drag him in, and it's like, yeah, you got him, reel him in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'll like the one I got going right now. It's just me sitting there like I'm not fucking happy. And then it's like,
Yeah.
well, why the hell is he not happy?
But Amazon is the
Yeah.
only place I get my tools.
Exactly. Yeah, I go for a rant. The kiddo's there too.
No, I
But
no, I think Tom has it right. We're gonna start calling those pitios.
yeah,
Pitios.
angry
There you
is
go.
more like
Pitios.
it.
Videos. It's have pity on me. Something isn't the way I like it. Yeah, I
That's
want you
right.
to
He throws
know.
tantrums.
You better be damn ashamed of it too. God,
I want a
can't
video.
can't have a goddamn simple tool in a. I don't get it. Anyways, but then like my little what is it? I don't even know what to call it. The thing after the hook, right? My little 7 second thing. Like I used to make them fun, entertaining one. I haven't done it in a while, but I'll have like the Mustang or so, like the core principle of the channel. Like you want them to like know what it is that is happening with the channel. Like if it's gonna be there,
But
make it be there for the new people who don't know
Well-
anything about you. Like
while we're on
a
that
guy.
that subject, Dan, before we go any
Okay.
further, that's my problem. I don't have anything to revolve my channel around. That's where I always get the problem. It's like, well,
Like
I
it-
could make a video on
like get
this,
a
but
jar of
then
pickles
what
or
about the
something
people
else.
that don't want to see that?
Well, no, like at the end of mine, if you watch it, there's an animation of my logo coming at the screen, and it clicks off. It's about 5 seconds long. It's at the end of everything except the shorts. That's what I still have at the end of now, but I'm taking 5 to 7 seconds into the end of me talking. At the end of the video, I'm moving over a little bit, so I'm leaving room in the screen for the outro for the cards. So you're
Yeah.
seeing me talking, the cards come up, it goes to the outro thing, and everything blips off. For me that works. When I started, I didn't have anything to catchphrase or stuff. So that the logo animation, it's something I did inside the program, the editing program. I just took a clip and started moving it and that's my outro. But it looks
Yeah.
animated.
All
Yeah,
right,
like that. But
I gotta cut this one off, guys. My phone is going dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works. It's 12:30.
Right.
We've
Alright.
almost, would you believe it if I told you that we're 10 minutes away from 4 hours?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, watch hours just went up. How many
Yeah,
people you
a
still
lot.
got on?
There's only one on right now, but there was like 7 just a minute ago. They
Oh,
all left.
okay. Well, they're all gone. Yep. All right. Well,
No,
bye. One person still watching.
Take care, guys.
no.
Probably
I think
Tom.
it's your brother. It doesn't. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah. Well, it counts.
Okay.
YouTube says it counts.
Well, as long as they say it counts.
And I'll catch you in the next one.
Same
Later.
pickle time.
Catchphrase.
Same pickle time.
Same pickle time.
That's your
Same pickle
your
quality.
catchphrase. Same pickle time. Same pickle channel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Same
there you
pickle
go.
time, same pickle channel. Anyway, take care, guys, and thanks for all the tips. Dan, you going live Saturday or Sunday?
Possibly. I don't know.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
I don't plan stuff out like that.
I gotta upload videos for tomorrow still. Shit. Okay.
Well, it's
Yeah.
2 a.m. for me, so I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta go because I have to take a leak like no one's business. So I'm
Yeah.
out of here. Bye.
Okay.
Take it easy, everybody. Oh Lord.
All right. Take care, 6%. Sorry.
Does somebody have your actual phone number of the group? I'm assuming Dan does, or somebody.
Dan does, and Necromancer can get a hold of me through Instagram. So
Okay, so we got to talk on Discord and
Yeah.
get everything set up because I do think everyone seems to be in agreement. Sometimes it's like herding cats. Just simply get I like Discord, but it's easier at the end of these things to get everybody in the same space and just talk.
I
So
got Discord. I just if you
Yeah,
I don't know any of the servers.
Discord's a good way to, well, we can put the stream information up. We can talk about topics and stuff, but the couple minutes before and after the live streams, it gives you a chance. So, nope, did I lose you?
You did there for a second, yeah.
I'll try to just make sure that hey guys, let's do this because Monday's not that far away. So
It's not. It's only today's Friday, so 2 days.
yeah, and that goes by in a heartbeat. So
Yeah, technically it's already Saturday for me, but yeah.
well, it's technically Saturday for me too because it's 12:30 here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good to talk to you, man.
Take care. I'll let you go do your editing and get to bed or.
Oh,
whatever
I
you're gonna
think
do.
they're all edited. I just have to load them. So
Okay.
I'll
All right. Take care. We got 4 people watching again. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Of course. Goodbye,
Thanks
everybody.
for watching.